Hello! Mite 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 da yo! Hello! I'm gonna put my earphones in. Hold up. Boo! Hi! Can you hear me? Am I audible? Is my voice hearable? I sit properly. Hold up. I think I got it. Trying to get my back pillow to sit right, which is not. Okay, hi. I'm audible. Okay, good. I have things to get through today, cause today is a day, all right. I'm kind of excited. Like, I know most people. I mean, when I was going through these yesterday, because I had to pick them, right? I was like, these are kind of wild. What a wild thing to say to someone. I remember thinking that. And then I was just like, I don't think I could do this on stream without some kind of sustenance. So, you know, now I have a lot of sugar in my system because I had a cookie and I had a throat candy to make my voice not sound like shit. And I drank a shit ton of water. And now I have ramen. I have ramen. Well, hi. How you doing? Let me start from the top here. Hi Sassy. Hi Fuse. Hi Min. Hi Brian. Hi Kasha. Hi Kiana. Hi Lloyd. Hello Min. Hello. Let's see who else. Hi Uptang. Did I miss anyone? Hello. Hello Havoc. I'm trying to open the thing. Hi out there. Hi Ubi. Hey Hello. I'm still trying to open this fucking ramen thing. It's not popping out at the my fingies. It is Friday. I kept thinking it was Friday. It felt like Friday. I've been waiting for this stream since the beginning of the week. You know this. I've been dying to do this stream forever. Make sure if I check stuff. Yeah, okay. I wanted to do this stream fucking forever ago. Alright. I talked about it last week, so I've been excited to do it for a very long time. Okay, I'm gonna open my ramen. Give me a second. I'm not strong enough right now. Ugh. Got him. Oh, my hands. I don't know if you heard the pink sound, but the marble fell in and it made a little pink sound. Ah, okay. I'm gonna take a sip of my ramen. You heard the plink? You hear the... I don't think you can hear the marble rolling around inside, but... Will it clink? I don't think you can hear that. I think you can hear that. Ah! Haven't had that in a while. Can you hear that? I drank it so that the water went below, or the ramen went below the marble, and then you could hear the... Yeah, there's the marble. Yeah, I had to drink it first. The liquid was muting it. I love ramen. Nom nom nom. Okay, well... I figured we should talk a little bit before I start reading marshmallows. I don't want to go through these too quickly. I need to, like, bide my time here. What should we talk about first? I feel like there should be some disclaimers to be said before I start. Let me see. Where does one even begin with this? 'Cause I'm thinking, like... Well... I think the better question is, how long have you guys known me for? Because this will definitely determine if you understand why these messages were being sent to me, I think. But how long have you known me for? I think this is a first question to ask. How long have you known me for? Everyone has known me for varying amounts of time, so I don't know. Give me like a number. Not long. 2 years in June. Oh yeah! I can't believe it's 2 years in June. Doesn't feel like that long ago either, does it? I haven't been here very long at all. I feel like you've been here frequently though. Ever since you found me, I feel like you've been here frequently. I think you know me better than others who may have only met me like a week ago, but only has come to one stream, right? 3 to 4 years. Yeah, Zato, it's been a very long time with us, huh? Yeah, like, it's been a very long time. Yeah, no, you're the same as Sashi. I think like the people who came in at that time are very memorable to me because of how big of an impact you guys had. So it's hard to forget. Same as the people who found me during my Genshin blow up era. Beginning of time. Tigman, has it been that long? Really? Starting Genshin yeah, the Genshin era. My 100 pull stream. Oh yeah, that's fairly recent, I think. Yeah, that's pretty recent. I wouldn't say that's like the most recent, but it's pretty recent. I think Fuse came in after you did, man. I think. Trying to... Has anyone known me since 2021 in this chat? I need to know. I really need to know. If anyone has known me since 2021. You've been around for a very long time. I recognize your name. Because it's a very simple name. The Nahida cosplay? That's still when I was in Kala, no? I think that was when I was in Kala. All the way back to 2021, man. Those were the days. Some of these hate messages, I call them hate messages, but they're not all hate messages, actually. So these, I'll just say, like, these very unhinged, unfiltered messages. Some of them date back to that time. And I think some of you would understand why they were sent after a while. Like, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I remember seeing it at the time. Like, what the fuck? But, I think context matters? Yeah, I think the context matters. Oh, that was me in 2020. In 2020, I was watching Hollow. In 2021 is when I was like, I will become a VTuber myself. I remember looking it up, like how to become a VTuber, and then fucking Rayless, his videos popped up, and I was just like, oh, this is how you do it. And now we're friends. I find that so wild that my VTuber sensei literally became one of my closest VTuber friends. Oki-san! Hi! Konnichiwa! Konbanwa! O genki desu ka? No, you don't understand. Okay, so here's the thing. When I was a VTuber back in 2021, I didn't really have a brand to me. I was just a cute little ojo-sama that wanted to sing. I wanted to idol. And the reason why I wanted to be idol is because prior to that, I was very into K-pop. And I was like, I want to be that kind of idol, right? But because I got into Japanese things after COVID stuff happened, like I got more into anime. I returned to my roots of my 14-year-old self. I got more into the Yojo-sama idol, more like J-pop idol type stuff instead of like the Korean kind, I guess. There's a very big difference, I think. So I kind of made that my thing, the more Japanese kind of way. I kind of did it like that. And then I think after like I can't even skip this yet, but like during that time between like May of 2021 up until November of 2021, I was a very chibi kind of VTuber, okay? Like I was chibi in the fact that I was actually small, as in my model was very small. I was a chibi. I was not like a full anime girl yet, I don't think. The art style also of my art mama was not the most stereotypical like anime style either. I only had like 2 to 5 viewers per stream for a very long time. And then on November of 2021, I became the like grown up Ojo-sama that was more idol, like that had the boobies. It was not a very long lasting model. And I want to tell you guys why, because I don't think a lot of people understand the whole like why it got delayed and stuff. So I'm gonna give you a proper timeline here, okay? If you want visuals, I can do that for you, but it's gonna take me a second. Oh hey Feather. So I'm gonna give you a very, very detailed timeline of my VTubing models, okay? Because this is important when it comes to the messages that you see later. There's a timing for it and everything. Otherwise, you won't understand the context. These messages, some of them you'll only understand if like you were there at that time, I think. Which is why I want to explain it a little bit before I read them. So November 2020. Okay, we're gonna go all the way back there, which is not even 2021. But November 2020, I was making my accounts to be a Animal Crossing content creator. Really, really old lore, which I bet you guys don't know. But 2020, November 2020, that is what I was doing with my Twitter account. You'll see that it was made in November 2020, but there's nothing dating back to then, is there? But while I was doing that, I found VTubing. And I mean, I know what VTubing was. Like, I saw Hololive and everything, and I was like, I want to do that. But I started off with this first. And once I figured out that you could be an indie VTuber, I like transformed my account just a little bit. I started designing, and I made the design of my model way back when, like during that period. So in I think December of that year, I commissioned someone to draw the model that I designed. Like I designed the outfit and everything. It was my idol outfit, the one with the boobies. The only model I have with boobies, okay? It was that model that I designed. And then I commissioned it, and they were like, we'll get it to you in February. So it was about a 3-month wait, because I did it like early, very, very early December. So about 3 months of waiting. And then after that, I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and in February they were like, oh, we haven't started on your model yet. And I was like, well, shit! Because I wanted to start VTubing while I was still in school, actually. I was still in university at the time. So I was like, ugh. And then, uh-oh, right? I started getting uh-oh-y because I wanted to debut a model by, like, March. Like, I thought that was, like, the plan. And so I went around looking for like a chibi model because I knew I wanted one anyway, and thought maybe if I started with a chibi model, I would understand streaming more, because I hadn't streamed before, right? And so I think right when I realized that she wasn't going to start anytime soon and I wasn't going to get this model until much later, I found Ayamama, who has made all of my chibi models. I think you have seen them if you were at the collab with me and Kani. On Wednesday, you would have seen the model that was made by Ayamama, that kind of chibi. So my very first model was made by her, and I had it rush commissioned as well. Like, I paid extra money for her to finish it sooner. Because I really wanted to debut. But while she was working on it, I debuted in March of 2020 as a PNG. I just was a little Fugi. I was a Fugi tech thing. And you know what? Back in the day, we didn't have Fugi. We had to, like, go through the Discord thing and do this, like, overlay shit. It was real complicated, okay? And it was, like, we had to sit in a VC for it to work. We didn't have Fugi at the time. It ain't easy! I remember having to, like, you know, look up how to do it. And I had to get Sakutan, one of my very first VTuber friends, to help me set it up. It was a really dark time. You remember that? Real Check's gone, man. That was like an eon ago. dark days. Man, we also had like, I remember we did collabs with like, we would screen share on Discord with a green screen our models, and then we would have to individually put them in a window, and like we have to pop out each person, and then on OBS put the chroma key to filter the background out for each one, which is why setups for collabs took like a fucking hour. Those were the dark days, but that was the time that it was at, right? And I think some people who were VTubing at the time will understand, because VTube Studio did not have a collab VNet yet. It was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, those were the times, and I had my chibi model from I would say May 2024 up until 2021, May of 2021. And then the model was finally done by October, and I debuted the booby model in October of 2021. And at that point, I was like, I didn't even want to use it for that long, because I feel like during the 6 months or so, most of the year that I was using the chibi model, I knew more of what I wanted out of VTubing and what I wanted to look like, or the branding and stuff. I had a better idea. And so in November of 2021, I found Tenzere Mama, who has made all of my models since. And once I messaged her, Tenzere Mama was like, I can make a model for you. And I received it in February. So it took about 4 months or so, give or take. And then the rigging took about 1 month, I think. 1 or 2. I think 2 months, maybe? I'm trying to remember. It's very blurry. So during that time, I was like revealing my model, and I was desperately trying to change people's minds about me. Because initially, I was very say-so. 最初配信始めるの時、本当に清楚だった。悪い口なかったね、あの時。I just didn't swear at all. I didn't make any sex jokes. I didn't talk about おちんち。その話はいなかった。Like, I just didn't do any of that. Way back when. I was super pure. Like, you don't understand. The second that someone, like, I did a collab once, and someone swore in that collab, and then another person who knew me was like, no, you can't say that around me. She's pure. They were like, ダメじゃな。ミエの前にダメ。そんなことが言ったね。That happened. I know, it's weird, right? When you think about it, I was just like, wow. I know there's a time when someone did that. That's just how it was. I was super pure. And you know what? I don't blame people for thinking that I was super pure either, because I was. I genuinely was. I mean, I didn't... Like, I knew all the sexy shit. I knew how to swear. I would swear off stream and stuff. I remember after a stream was over, I would just be like, fuck! Be like, I'm free! I remember that. Also, wait. Nice. Thank you for the 3 months. Thank you. Wait, 30... What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? Hey, they get timed up for saying slightly inappropriate things. Yes, they would, because that is just how pure I was. And also, I was very, I guess, sheltered from the world. I was a super sheltered kid. Even growing up, like, once I got to uni, I was still pretty sheltered. Like, my family, I feel like, didn't expose me to many of the bad things in life. I only went to McDonald's, like, once a year at most. And going to McDonald's to my family was like, oh my god, you're going to McDonald's. You know, it was like a thing, you know? Or the fact that I even went to a drive-thru, they're just like, oh my god, it's a drive-thru! Because we're used to sitting down at restaurants. We're used to, you know, doing that kind of thing. It was, I lived a very, very close to Ojo-sama life. And I wholeheartedly admit that. I think once I started VTubing and becoming more independent, that definitely has changed. Like I've had McDonald's more than once a year now. But I remember there was one time I was sitting in my car after going to McDonald's by myself, and I was on the phone. Like I was in a Discord call with two friends. It was Sakuta and Hifuni and maybe one other friend. And they were just like, "Have you never had a McFlurry? Do you not know how to eat a burger?" And I was like, "No, I know how, I swear." But I was just eating in my car. And the reason why also I ate in my car instead of going home to eat is because my parents were like, "Your skin is gonna get bad. You're not allowed to eat McDonald's. It's fried food. Hoyit heya. So you can't have McDonald's." And I would eat food in my car only to throw like the trash out that came with it, the bags and stuff. I would throw it out before going home. That's the reason why I had to eat it in my car. I mean, now my family is much, much more lenient. So obviously, if I ate it, it's okay. Like I could eat it at home and order it or whatever. They're not gonna yell at me. But at the time, yes, that was how it was. I had to, yeah, no evidence. No evidence. But see, like this is the kind of life that I lived prior to becoming a VTuber, right? So when I started becoming a VTuber and I talked to a lot of people, like I got exposed to more people who did not live the same life as me or like even in the same neighborhood as me. I was like, wow, this is how people live, you know? Like this is different. So I gradually learned more and more after being a streamer, and I would talk to a lot of people, right? And I would discover like, so this is what you do for work. I did not know that job even existed, right? Or like I just learned a lot. I learned a lot about the world, and I learned a lot about myself. That what I liked, what I didn't like, how I gradually did not like the fact that I was restricting myself. Cause initially I think I didn't want to swear on stream because I was worried that YouTube would bonk me, and I wasn't sure what the whole like rules about that were in TOS and stuff. So I kind of just went the safe route, and then eventually I was like, okay, now I know what people actually do, and I was like, okay, I can move on, you know. So back to the timeline here. So October 2021, I debuted as Mino Mieko, and I had the boobie model, and I had my idol outfit, and it's real pretty. Season 2 was cut short, okay? Think about it this way. From May of 2021 up until the end of the year, okay? Which is most of the year, right? Like this is like 60% of the year probably. So I was that chibi. And then from October of 2021 up until I think March. Is it March? Counting. January, February, March, April, May. I think June? I debuted June 4th, right? That's my anniversary. So up until that, like June, I think June 4th is when I debuted my twin tail angel in training model by Tenzere Mama. And ever since then, I have been this, right? Like, it's been a lot since then, but the year of 2022 was I got to meet Cozy at the very end of the year, I think. Was it? Yeah. And then I played a lot of Pokemon. I learned about Kirby. I did a lot. I remember doing a lot that year by myself. And I was like on the grind very much. I only took a break once that year, I think, which was the week before I debuted as Mino Mieko. So at the end of the year of 2022, I think at the time I was like talking to Cozy a lot as well. But I played Genshin for the first time at the end of 2022. And was it 2022? Yeah, I think it was the end of 2022 that I started playing a lot of Genshin. And then I grew a lot from it. Like my channel grew a bunch. And I also auditioned for Awa at the time. Yeah, you did try to get me to play it. You convinced me a lot. The thing is, you and many other people convinced me a lot to play it. So I started growing a bunch. I had about like 200 viewers per stream if it was Genshin. It was a big long ride at the time. Very very memorable, I think. At the time, no, it wasn't Tenchis yet. You guys were still Minodachis at the time. Because I have very bad naming skills. So initially, you guys started off as Ribos. And then you became Minodachis. So, I think the year after that was the Kawa year. So 2023. In 2023, I joined Kawa, right? We were in the agency. This was my agency time. I also traveled and I met some of you guys in person that year. So at Anime Expo, and I remember I traveled there to see everybody. It was really fun, I admit. Like it was one of the most like interesting, eye-opening, like oh my god, I've made it experiences I've ever had. Bruh, I got Saikuno to follow me. You know how insane that is? Like, that's wild. I met Saikuno at a club. It was like a loud as fuck club, alright? Like, there were so many people. I also saw Demon Dice up close and personal. Like, she walked by me. I was just like, oh my god, she's tall. And then I saw Professor Lando. I was like, dang, his hair is fluffy. Like, it's like actually fluffy. And he wears the sweater vest everywhere. And I saw Trash Taste. Oh god, I heard, what's his name, Gart? He was like right behind me and I noticed the accent. I was just like, oh. And I think I also saw Connor. I was like, wow. That was the moment I was just like, oh shit, I made it. I made it. I was super proud. Yeah, it was fucking wild. There's some other VTubers as well that are pretty big on Twitch that I saw, but I don't want to dox them, so I won't say. I don't know if they're meant to say that they were there. But yeah, I saw a lot of people, and I was like, oh my god, I made it. I felt so proud of myself. But then, after that, I also met one of my best friends who is no longer here. Exactly, not exactly reincarnated, but you know, not here no more. But that is when a lot of you Tenchis came in, and it was one of the most memorable things I think as well, because I've never had, up until that point, I don't think I had a VTuber friend the same way that I've ever had one. Because like, I mean, Cozy is also definitely a very close friend of mine, and we have our things, but the way that I talked with her was very different. I think it was more personal. I feel like we shared our personal information with each other very quickly. Like legal names, ages, location of, you know, birth and living conditions, and you know, just like all of that. I remember we shared that super quick. And we did a lot of off-stream talky time. You know, like offline talking. We didn't, I think like initially we didn't do it that much, but like off-stream we did talk quite a bit, and like it took some time, obviously. Like we didn't do that right away. It took some time. But it did take a lot of off-stream talking to, like, you know, obviously trust and stuff. We weren't stupid. But, you know, it took a lot of time. And we got very close, and I think she's going to be one of my, at least I see it as like a lifelong friend. Like, I don't know how she feels about it, but I see her as a friend that I'd like to have for a very, very long time. You know, I want to see us get old. I want to see us grow together. I want to see us, like, I don't know, if she wants to get married, have baby. You know, I want to see us do that. I want our kids to know each other if they ever can. You know, like that's how I see her as a friend. And I really want that for us. I mean, if she doesn't want kids, that's fine. But I mean, like, if hypothetically, if we both had kids, I would want our kids to be friends. You know, that's how close I think we are, or at least I would like us to be. Yeah, I don't think she'd ever want kids. We did have this conversation, but I digress. It's just if that were the case, this is how I'd like I would trust her with that. You know, I would trust her to be there for my kids. If ever needed. So that was 2023 in a nutshell. 2024 was, I mean, fairly recent, so I don't think I have to go through it too much. But oh yeah, new model debut. Last year, new model debut, but also in person at Off-Kai, right? got to be there in person at Offkai. Got to see everybody at Offkai. And I got my new outfit merch. You guys were all wearing my hoodies and my hat. Please get your merch, by the way. And then I think I don't really know what else I did. Oh, I had merch with multiple companies. That's the thing. And what event? Oh, I participated in a lot of big events, I think. Like multiple concerts. Multiple concerts. I met Issa, LB, who are really fucking chill. We've talked a lot. Let's put it that way. we just talk a lot. They're also very close friends of mine. I think like they talk to each other more than I talk to them. But like, yeah, I talked to Issa a lot about VTubing and shit. I talked to LB more about like, have you seen this recently? He's a very normie kind of guy. So yeah, I talked to him more normie, I guess. And then yeah, since then it's been pretty smooth sailing. It hasn't been like too bad since. But I had I think the moments where like in 2023, for example, I had my moments, and one of them I remember. Maybe I'll pull this up, but I was like, really, I had like a horny period. I had a horny period, and I think some people caught on to the horny period. You came through LV? I thought you came through Issa. I guess you came kind of through both, really. Yeah, he is a normie grass toucher. He is! Dude, I have his Instagram. We also know each other's legal names and shit. But like, I have his Instagram and I see him like running, doing his marathon and shit. And also like I saw him like I don't know, he like goes to parties, like house parties with the cups and stuff, and he has like good food all the time. I was like, what are you, where do you meet these people? What do you mean no, surely not? I can hear your sarcasm. Shush. Shit, had. Just had. Let me be. I'm gonna have a cookie now. Okay. So now, there you have it. There's the deep lore. Alright, I think now that I've gone through the deep lore, I can probably start loading up the pictures. Where do you think I should put it? I want my hair down for this. I forgot the button. That's not it. There it is. This way? Top left? Okay. Yeah, that works. Let me finish my cookie. I'm literally holding my bubble tea because I thought it'd be funny to be like spill the tea, you know, cause bubble tea. Yeah. I love bubble tea. Ah! Money. I think the dono was so big that Stream Elements didn't actually load the message. Wait, what? I had to open it up. Okay. Wait, let me find the thing. Hold on. Can I read your message out loud? Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to read it? Okay. This dono is a reminder no matter how unhinged or hateful the models are today, Henchies love and support you and your content. You're a great Ashi. Looking forward to off card. This is what I am choosing to spend my 43 hours of overtime on. Of all things! Of all things! Thank you, Sashi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll buy my ticket soon, I promise. I can buy my ticket with that money. I'll buy my ticket for real, for real. Holy shit. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Your 43 hours of overtime were not in vain, I promise. I'll use it wisely. I'll make sure I get it to you. I'll make sure I get to you. For real, for real. Oh my god. I need to finish your bunny. Oh my god. Holy shit. I need to buy red yarn. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. The brain. I feel the blood rushing. Okay, I will survive this. But thank you. That means a lot to me. I am a little bit worried about how I was like I was a little worried about how I was gonna react to this because like these are hate comments, right? And I'm on my period. I'm hormonal. I don't know how my emotions are gonna be today. I appreciate it a lot. I do. No, I'm very grateful for it, Sassy. I needed that. Gives me a confidence boost. Hey, I don't know if any of the people who sent me these marshmallows are here in the chat. Am I right? So, you know, it's important to know that I am still loved. I'd like that. I don't want to get canceled. You don't think they'd be here? You don't know that. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you a lot. Okay. Let me get the first picture. I have to make sure these, like, the ones that I show aren't the ones that have to be censored. I just want to be sure, you know? I don't want to accidentally put one up. This one's not so bad. It's one that I've received multiple times. Oh my god, not another one. Oh, thank you. I'll still give you a heart for that, Fuse. Thank you. Okay, I'll show you the first one. The first one's not so bad. Oh, come on! Hey-ya! Hey-ya! What am I supposed to do with this much money? Let me see what this message says. We missed a bit for the off-kai funds. Can't do the same as Sash yet though. I'm still a student after and I'll get to off-kai now. Fun girl, I will! Thank you, Ken. Thank you, thank you. You were tilted. Of all things to say, you were tilted. That's fucking wild. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'll actually put it up now. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay. There. This is the first one, which is not very bad. I think this one is one that I've heard multiple times now, so I don't really give a shit. It's like, you know when you hear the same thing over and over again, you get numbed by it? This is what this is. Yeah. I've been given this kind of message maybe like there's been multiples of these, so I just picked the one that didn't have swear words in it. But it's like I think from 2021, because it was really far back. It was in 2021. Yeah. Uh, Man, when was this? Wait! I think I have an idea of when it was. You know how a lot of people were playing Henry Stickmin in 2021? I think it was then, because I also did. I finished Henry Stickmin on stream, and that is where I got a lot of... I think by doing that, I got to 1K. So, I think that's when this is from. But the fact that this even went through... Oh, also remember that, the time that this was sent, the AI to filter negative messages and spam or sexual content was not very good. Remember that, right? Like, this was from a very long time ago. Now that there's much better censorship when it comes to marshmallows, this would not have... This may have... Maybe it would have gone through, but I highly doubt that it would have now. It's not the most negative, but I mean, like, if you think about when you first start streaming, right? Like, I think that I got really upset because I had multiples of these. Like, in my chat, people saying it, like, you sound like a kid, are you a minor? I'm like, bruh, I finished university. You know, like, I'm definitely not. But people would say it anyway, and I don't know if any of you guys from back then remember how my voice was. But I remember my voice being higher because I was nervous. Imagine like talking in front of a class where anybody could walk in at any time. That's basically what it felt like. You were giving a presentation that lasted 2 hours and anybody could come into the room and watch you or leave whenever they wanted with no word or warning. That's kind of how it felt. So when I talked, my voice was higher out of nervousness. And I remember like breaking out in a sweat every time that the intro screen was on because I was nervous. Like I was super nervous. So my voice went up and it would just stay that way the entire stream. And I don't think my voice is as high now because I'm not as scared. I think it's higher than a lot of people. I don't think it's so high that it's annoying, but I don't think I was ever trying to sound like a kid. I doubt that I was ever trying to sound like a kid. If they're talking about the mic settings, then this is the exact same mic that I had 4 years ago. Like, I haven't changed it. I think the only thing I did change was actually the mic settings. But it was like... Oh man, what did I even do? I added noise gate. I added compression. I added... Well, that's probably it. Just compression and a noise gate. That's it. I haven't changed my mic settings since then. I know I used to peak sometimes, but I didn't know why. Oh, a limiter. That I also added that. Puberty finally hits. Package how you sound less with a voice changer. Yeah, I don't use... the thing is, I never knew how to set that up. I wanted to try it because I thought it'd be funny, but I never understood how to set it up without like the Go XLR thing. And I was using the USB part of my mic, not the XLR bit. How'd you get past nerves like that? I feel terrified thinking about job interviews. I don't know how you do it with streams. Okay, I got you. So, I mean, with streams, I did them every other day. So it was like always doing it, like constantly doing it. It was like exposure therapy. But obviously with interviews, you wouldn't like do the exposure therapy without going to a shit ton of interviews, right? It doesn't really work that way. So whenever I did a job interview, and the job interviews I had were much more professional than what a stream would be. But it was like in a doctor's office, in a hospital, like it was that kind of environment where I had to wear like a dress shirt and like a nice pair of pants, that kind of deal, like very formal. In person and very formal. So whenever I prepared for that, I would set up a plushie on my chair. You know, or like right in front of me, across the desk or something. And I would stare at it and try to maintain eye contact with it. And then I would like practice handshaking it so that it was like the proper grip strength and everything. I would rehearse lines or like try not to stutter. So I would slow down. I would try to like enunciate my words so that I didn't trip up. And I would always like come up with a sentence to start with. That way it doesn't seem like I'm like overthinking it, you know? I would literally memorize lines as if it were like a script. That way I wouldn't trip up over myself. And then once you get into it, it kind of flows much easier. I think that's one of the reasons why I speak kind of decently. I think like I present things well, or I can stand up in front of people and talk. I think that's why. It's because I kept doing it like over and over again. I kept practicing it. Public speaking was not my best suit, guys. I was like I was super bad at it. Like do not let me speak in front of an audience. If it was back then, it was like years ago. But now that I'm a streamer, I think I can do it. It's just you have to speak to yourself a lot. And the thing is, if you don't practice saying what your answers are, like you can write it down, right? Like if someone asks you, what are your strengths? Why should we hire you? Stuff like that. If you can just be like, I don't know, like if you actually have a proper answer, you write it down, right? Like I am good at, I don't know, like I have leadership skills in this, in this situation. I have solved this problem by... If you just write that down, that won't do you shit. It's in your head, but you're not gonna say it, right? If you say it with your mouth will retain the memory of saying it, and you won't stutter as much. Yeah. That's what I did anyway, and it helped a lot. Just like knowing that I had an answer in my pocket that I could come out with anytime, I would use that. There was one interview though that really threw me off, and it was the one I got hired for in the end. But they were like, "Tell me about yourself," and I was like, "What do you mean?" Because I'm like, I remember starting with like, I go to this university, studying this, want to become this in the future. Hopefully, will work in this field when I'm older. And the I think it was a chiropractor. He was like, no, that's not what I want to know. Tell me about yourself. And I was just like, well, I'm from Hong Kong, I guess. And I moved to Canada when I was 12. I have an older sister. I like to watch K-dramas. And I was super confused, and he was like, "Oh, my wife likes to watch K-dramas." I was like, "Oh, that's great." Like it was a very weird question that threw me off so bad. I will always remember that. But yeah, I used to have to do that. I know how to not sound like a kid. I don't know how to sound like a kid. So the fact that some person told me that I sounded like a kid was very off-putting. I was super confused. I was just like, well, do I talk differently now? Do you think I talk differently now? Is it like that big of a difference? Is it that big of a difference that I don't get these messages as much anymore? I'm super confused because I don't think I ever sounded like a kid. I guess like I sounded young. I don't know. Did I grow a lot within the past 4 years? I'm sure I've changed. Oh, I was in secondary school, dude. I was in form... Was it form 2 or 3? I finished 2 and I was about to go into 3. I think. Yeah. I don't want to say what school I went to, but it was one of the island schools. I'll put it that way. It was one of the island schools. Those are like the only... I guess that was like the well-known international schools. What's the you're not gonna like for such a... I mean, it's more difficult. So let's put it this way. When you're 10 years old in the West here, you get recess. You bring your lunch to school. You have one teacher, right? You have like a homeroom. You have a classroom. You have one locker. You have one gym class. Everything you do is with the same class, right? And you also have the 2 recesses. When you're 10 years old in Hong Kong and you're going to secondary school, at least for me, when I was 10, I was given a card, and it's called the octopus card or patatong. You use that to sign in. You have to like tap on a thing, and that's your attendance. You have to tap on that. You have to bring a laptop. Every class requires you to take your laptop out. So you bring a laptop case to school every day. You don't use paper very often. Each class is in a different room, so you have 5 minutes to walk from one class to another. My school had 3 buildings. It was very big. So if I had to go from like the 8th floor of the like east building and had to go all the way down to the 2nd floor of the west building within 5 minutes, like it was rough. And then there would be only 30 minutes for a break to eat in the cafeteria, and then another 45 minutes for actual lunch. It was never an hour. So it was very short. That's just, this is the life, man. And school started at, I believe it was like 8:30 or something, and it ended at 4. Yeah. It was almost a 9 to 5. And after that, there would still be like extracurricular stuff, and I would be home by 6. So it's a very tough life for a 10-year-old. Yeah. So, I'm still trying to think if my voice was really that young sounding. Did I sound young? Do I sound young? Do I sound youthful? I just don't think like I ever forced my voice in a way. Man, the fact that they said just some constructive criticism from a lurker. Have you actually lurked in my streams, bro? You think I sound the same? I would hope so. I don't think I specifically sound different. I sound my age. They clearly... You thought I was below 24? Oh, thank you. You always sound baby. I guess I sound baby to a lot of people, huh? I'm not that baby. You think I'm a baby. I'm just a baby. I sound like your ex, bro! Should I traumatize you? Give me back my food and pictures and all your big hoodies. They're mine now. Give. You never treated me right. You think I'm older? Aw. I'm sorry, Bubbles, it was too easy. I can't hide my age pretty well, but I'm pretty transparent about it. My ex is also my Oshi. Hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You'll find someone. I believe in you. If you had an ex before, which means you've dated someone, then you'll definitely be able to get another person. I believe. I've never dated anybody, so I can't say that. Am I the good ending? Am I in an Otome game now? What option would I be? Man, can someone like actually do an ASMR roleplay of my ex is my Oshi? I want to see that. Yeah, it's ding dong, is it not? I would actually ask one of my friends who does ASMR to do it. I believe I actually would want. I have a friend who might be willing. I don't know know why so many of my friends actually do ASMR content. If it ever happens, you'll know it came from me. You'll know where the idea came from. Bet. Let me see if I got another one. I have a lot of like... I'm trying to like go in a specific order so that the I guess the timeline makes sense, but I can skip a few. Here. Okay, this one... let me read this one just in case. Oh man, this bothers me. I don't know what happened here, but this bothers me. Here, I'll show you. It's the grammar. At least this person had good grammar, but this next one doesn't have the best grammar. Maybe I should move them. There. I'll take that away for now. Here, you guys take your time to read it. I'll read it out loud if it helps. Congratulations on the new model debut. It looks expensive. And the colors suit you well. I'll never get used to seeing you without boobs, even though I know it's part of the lore. It's what made me believe you weren't a minor. I guess you have been saying you'll transition to less family-friendly content, but still. Any chance we'll get the old model back? Not sure if I feel comfortable waging someone who chose to look like a minor when they had a perfect-looking model. Don't worry, I'll still support you. Maybe... Ill? That says ill. Maybe more quietly become a lurker instead, but I'll be around. Like, okay. Someone didn't proofread this. And, they spelled colors without a U. I remember talking to the Copiums about that. Definitely fat finger. I was, like, the thing is, when I read this, I was kind of confused at first. Because they were, this is, like, super, it's like the psychological manipulative way of talking. Because, in the beginning, they compliment, right? And then in the middle, they do the negative thing, but then also compliment again. So it's like, they do the back and forth, so you can never really tell. Like, you can never really tell if it was bad or not. But then I thought about it and was like, this is pretty bad. You'll wage me it anyways, exactly. Ill supports the best kind of support. This one must love your Christmas stream. Height of consent, voice, chest of consent. Asian women can never win. We can never win. I wonder if this is hate girl speech. I mean, I don't... well... if they're talking about my boobs, I mean... I guess unless they're into women, that's fine. But, like, it's the what concerns me is that it's what made me believe you weren't a minor. Bro. What? Did nothing else indicate that I wasn't a minor? Like, not my education, not the way I spoke about periods, not my mentality, not the jobs I've literally worked, like... nothing else told you I wasn't a minor? I just... okay. It was my boobs. It was the size of my badonkers that told you that I was an adult. Your fictional chest was all that held the perception together. That was it! That was it, Tom. That was it! Apparently, my age is nothing more than my boobs. I guess the saggier the boobs, the older I get, huh? There's only so much fat they can hold, alright? I broke it. I broke him. I love your content. Unfortunately, flat. Like, the fact that they asked to get the old model back when it was very much a rebrand, I was like, you really think I would bring it back? The lore wouldn't make sense. But, like... okay. Wait, Rek, do you think this was someone your age because of the fat fingering? Is that what you said? I remember reading it. I wasn't sure. Chat fast. You like the new models? Well, thank you. I like them too. I actually find it easier to draw flat chest than big chest. I feel like drawing big chest is very difficult. You have to get the globes just right. Easier fan art, in my opinion. It's much easier to draw. Thank you. Less physics to worry about. Exactly! Less shading to worry about, too. You know the visual. Aww! I appreciate that. Give them back. Dude, I mean, like... I think if you know me, I do have boobs. I mean, like, they exist. They're not big, but they exist. Not necessarily just that bad spelling and awful punctuation do not in the unit of age make. Ah. I see. Very nice curves, thank you. Let me be. I don't know, this one was just like... They were trying to be nice about it, but then it wasn't actually nice. Okay. Okay. Respectfully, probably. I mean, they wanted to be respectful, but then... It didn't turn out to be. I mean, I think they were just being brutally honest as well. Like, I mean, if you, if that's how you see people, then if that's how you see women as an indicator of their age, like, okay. Time to go to the next one. Let me see. I don't think... Some of them I thought were a little too bad. Like, I don't know what happened there. But I'm gonna skip some. I'm just surprised that these made it through, you know, because they're not meant to. Let's see. Oh, I have an actual email for later. I definitely want to show that one. I thought that was funny. It might have been from the same people, I think. Oh man, this was a long time ago. Hold on. I'm trying to load it. This is about Kawa. This is long, bro. Dude had a lot to say. Okay. Hi, Mieko. Big space. Damn. You wasted a lot of space. Hope you've been well. Just saw the announcement about you joining Kawa Entertainment. A part of me thinks this is a great opportunity for you, but the other part is making me think you should have tried for other agencies, like... Redacted! Or going bigger with blah 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 blah. With your talents, I'm sure they would have taken you, but you settled for some small, unknown corpo. You're one of their biggest talents now. Well, either way, I wish you luck. It might be rough being in a small corpo since you probably won't get all that you think you're going to get. But it's good exposure for you. Minodachis will always be here for you. And then their name, which I blocked out. Yeah. This one, I think, was kind of just a jab to when I joined Kawa, because I was very specific when I said that I would join an agency. I always told my, at the time, Minodachis, that I would never leave, right? Like, I didn't want to. I knew that adoption agencies existed. I didn't want to give up my IP to anybody. I didn't want to, I guess, give this up. You know, I didn't want to live the double life or anything. I didn't want to go on a hiatus, go somewhere else, and then come back. I didn't want that. So I always told everybody that I wouldn't go. Like, I didn't want to go. And so when I joined Kawa and then this came up, I was just like, are you happy for me or are you not? Yeah, I was confused. Because they say they're happy for me, but then also say no. I feel like this is the case for a lot of the messages that I've got, because I don't think I'm the kind of person that would warrant like an excessive amount of hate or anything. You know, I don't think I'm that kind of person. No one has any reason. I have not given anyone any reason to actually fight me. At least I don't think I have. So, you know, I think I've always been pretty positive and good of a person online, I guess. I like to see myself that way. So, like, none of the hate that I've really gotten is like super tough, right? Like, it's never gonna be in your face, I hate you. Like, why do you exist on the internet? Go away. It's never like that, right? So this is like a lot of the times it's half and half. People I suggest stuff to VTubers without really getting it. Yeah, exactly. Kind of feels like some of these people are trying to parent you. That's kind of the situation. I feel like that's a lot of the people out there. It's like they think they know better for me when I don't really think they do. Where's my holding Yoshi for your comments on Black shit. As a Canadian, I stand proud. Okay, so let me break this down here. The time of the announcement was last year, 2023, but it was early on. Like, we started teasing it pretty early. So this might have been around like March or so. You're so kind, so we'll throw hands with you if you ask us nicely. You can later if it ever happens again. I have one that might actually make you throw hands. Let's see. Tried for other agencies. I had to block that out because I didn't want to get anyone in trouble. But they were also small agencies that existed at the time. They are mostly gone now, but one of them in this list of names that I have blocked out still exists. One of them. The bigger ones I think is obvious, but it's in that redacted section. There's actually 2 that were listed. Surprisingly, it fit in that section, and I will be fully honest. I did consider joining other agencies. I did consider it. I auditioned to more than one, and after talking to multiple agencies, in the end, I decided to not settle actually. I decided to go with Kawa because they offered the best stuff, like out of all of them. Like the revenue splits, the management that they offered, the opportunities with merch that they offered. That was guaranteed. Like, it was a very definite, like, I will give you merch. It is part of the company. We will give you merch for your people. And they also, like, they literally paid for my ticket and stay at Anime Expo. Like, they paid for the Airbnb that we stayed at. They paid for all the food with a company card. They paid for my flight round trip. I had like 0 complaints, man. Like, they did that for me. What is there to complain about? I don't. But also, like, Monty was a very good manager. He's the one who mostly paid for everything for me, really, and he tried very hard for me, and I was very grateful for that. I know some of it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Like, some of the sponsorships, like the 3D stuff, didn't go so well. I mean, I still got sponsored by Sony. I have, like, I got a free Quest from that, man. I got a free Quest VR headset just from that, right? Like, I wouldn't have been able to get that without Kawa. So, I wouldn't have gotten into industry parties or met, like, the CEO of VShojo at one point. I wouldn't have been able to do that without them. So, I see a lot of positives from them. And all the other agencies that I applied to in the end, that I went through with interviews, man, a lot of them were like, it's a 50-50 split in revenue. So you get 50% of all of your stuff, and we get the other 50. If it's merchandise, we get 70, you get 30. I was like, where is my money? What am I working for? You know? I was really lost. And then another one was just like, it was a very Japanese-run agency. Very, I guess Japanese style agency. So an even split, and they were like, you're not allowed to play this game or that game without permission from us. And I was like, ooh, that's a toughie, you know, that's a toughie one. Just telling me what to stream and what not to stream. And I was like, this is bad. This is not doing so good. So Kawa was really The only agency that I liked enough to sign a contract with, or even like get to talking about signing this contract. There were contract negotiations that we did. They gave me the contract and let me change things on it, and they were like, okay, sure. And then they made the changes, and I was like, great, cool, all right, I'll sign this, you know? So I was very lucky to be with them, and I don't think I was actually the biggest talent. Pasta definitely was one of the biggest. She is probably the biggest out of all of us still. You know, like she's doing good things. And it wasn't rough. I actually thought it was a very smooth time for me. I guess I had a very good time with it. Maybe the others didn't. But I will always remember it fondly. You know, what we did together, the things that I got to do. Like, individually, I thought it was a good experience. Maybe for them, like, for everyone as a group, it wasn't so great. Which I understand why. I know the backstory and stuff. I know it wasn't great for everybody. But individually, for what I wanted to get out of being an agency, I got everything I wanted. So I don't think this is something to complain about. Yeah. So, in the end, like, I'm pretty happy. True, I got to meet people. I got to meet very good people, and I think that I've made lifelong friends from it. So I'm super happy. I'm very, very proud. I'm very happy and proud. Yeah. I don't think I would be here without Kawa. That 1 year of being with them, like, that changed a lot for me. In a good way. All in a good way. Alright, let me see what... This is a very small one. Very, very small one. But it's something I remember. This kind of, like, goes back in time, though. I forgot about this one. It was way before I joined an agency. This has terrible grammar, though. What the fuck? Did you something... There should be a word, but did you that collab with Redacted for Clout? It was honestly one of the worst I've seen. Good for you for shooting your shot, I guess. I was like, ooh, not one of these. I think this is something that a lot of people get, though. Like, this is not the first time that I have seen this message, or a message of this sort in my marshmallows. It's not the first time I've seen people talking about this being a thing. I was like, man! Passive-aggressive girl speak? You think it's a mean girl speak? I don't think it was a mean girl speak. I actually think this might have been from, like, an actual viewer? You know? I don't know. I have a feeling this is from a viewer, not a person. I don't think it's from a person. Because normally, I don't get that kind of thing. I don't think I get that vibe, or I give that vibe. I know exactly which collab this is talking about, though. Because I do remember one collab I did. It did not go the best, but it was really fun for me. Twitter speak? This is like one of the most common things that people would talk about way back in the day, and I don't think a lot of people, I don't think VTubers ever really came out to speak about it. Like, everyone hides from talking about Clout, and only I feel like VTweeters would not care, but like to talk, like they will talk about it and not mind, but I personally would never address it on a Twitter thing. Twitter is like a really weird world. Like, I found that a lot of people, when they, for example, when they say that, oh, this person said that, or these, like, people talk about this, when they just generalize to people talk about you in this way, or people are talking about this, it's trending right now. It's always Twitter. Like when people say people, it's always Twitter. But when in my head, because I'm still so normie in my head, and I think this is what people are talking about, I'm thinking like Instagram, the actual news channels, I don't know, fucking Facebook, like, not Twitter. I don't think Twitter. I think of the world that my family is in, like the news that they would see, the trends that they would see, not fucking Twitter. So I'm just like, people are talking about this? The calm before the drama about you clout chasing? No. Nope, that's not it. That's a different one. I got a different one for that one. I do live in reality, more so than I think a lot of the VTubing world. a lot of the VTubing world lives in Twitter, and it's so sad. Like, please have a life. I don't know, like, touch grass for real. Talking about Clout, just hiking gatekeeping, which is sad. These people live in the Lulu. Twitter is like one of the worst places to be for some people, like me. I personally feel like I do not belong on Twitter. I am only on there because that is where VTubers are. And I only ever am on Twitter if it's VTubing related. I will never look at actual news on Twitter. It is disgusting. It is like so many things are misguided or misinterpreted. The comment sections are always so shitty. I like to watch actual news channels like normies do. You know, like like the mothers who cook in the kitchen for breakfast and watch news at the same time. That's the kind of shit that I watch. You know, I don't actually look at Twitter news. I don't see what is trending on Twitter. I do not care. I look at the actual news channels. Exactly. That is what I think Twitter was meant to be. It's meant to be like a baby blog, not like a, you know, not meant to be small. I mean, it's not meant to be like a big, long thing. I don't know why people do that. So I don't use it the way that most people do, I guess. But this message to me was like Twitter speak. Very, very close to Twitter speak. But to address the Clout allegation here, I never saw it that way. Whenever I collab with people, I always think like, do I want this person on my channel at all? Like, do I want their presence here? Is this safe? Do they know my boundaries? Do I know theirs? You know? Because when you think about it, as a VTuber, my entire YouTube channel is my resume. If I let someone on here that is not trustworthy, it's basically tainting my resume. Something I don't want, and I would delete after. It's like backspacing on a line that you just wrote, like one of your qualifications. It's like deleting that. That's what it's like to me. So I would never get someone I didn't want on my channel to be here, right? It's not even like I wasn't trying to be on their channel. I was thinking, do I want them on mine? I'm a very self-centered person in that regard, I guess. You know, like, do I really want you here? Right? Like, is this okay? It's more like that than I am on your channel. Hey, your people, come to mine instead. It's never like that. Oh, hi, God. Hello. Purge sometimes it's necessary. I have purged. I actually have purged some of my streams before. You don't think that's self-centered? I guess instead of self-centered, maybe it's just being cautious. Yeah, it's like cautiousness. Yeah. But for someone to say it was one of the worst collabs they've seen, I don't think you've seen me when I was at my worst. Because I remember back in 2021, I did a collab with VTubers who were much bigger than I was. Like, they had, I mean, I would say much bigger in relation to where I was at, because I was at like 2 to 5 viewers per stream while they were at like 30. To me, that was like a big number, right? So at the time, when I collabed with them, man, I didn't know what to talk to them about. It was super awkward. It was quiet. Their sense of humor was weird. I didn't click with them very well, and I was like, ugh. So I deleted that collab in the end. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out. You didn't know your potential back then. I really didn't. I don't know if you remember that collab. It was with like multiple people, but it was a very, very bad time. I accepted any collab that came at me at the time, and I don't think I should have done that. I think I should have been more picky, as in like, I should have at least talked to them a little bit before I did the collab. I mean, now I've met the person again and we get along just fine. It was like at the time I didn't understand, I guess. So, yeah. People change over time. But when I think of like the worst collabs, that might have been one of them. There was another one that was like with 12 people at once, and I couldn't find a moment to say anything. So I stayed muted most of the time and talked to my chat. I think that would be, for me, as an experience, one of the worst. Because it was just so many people who knew each other talking, and I was basically on the side to fill in a spot. You know, that was one of them. It did not feel very good. I think when you collab with people, you're supposed to actually say things, right? To them, with them, join in on laughter. Not a thing. And if I think about a collab that was like one-on-one, like it was just the pair. I mean, I can only think of a few that I've done that were actually bad. One of them was like, we didn't plan for anything. I didn't know what I was supposed to do with them for real. Like, I just was sitting there waiting for them to guide me. And it lasted maybe like 2 hours at most. Yeah, that was like it. But when I think of this specific marshmallow, when it was sent and the context behind it, the fact that they said good for you for shooting your shot, I guess. I didn't shoot. They did. They asked me. They're the one that followed me on Twitter first and sent me a DM and was like, hey, I see you playing. You want to collab with me? And I remember like, oh my god, you want to collab with me? Of all people? So I followed them back, and then we DM'd each other to plan a thing, and we did the collab. I never shot a shot. You fucked up there. Just want to make that clear. I never reach out to people. Dude, I was like the babiest of baby. I think like for a good year almost, I barely did any collabs. If you look very closely at my channel, like you scroll through it, I don't do many collabs. Like, it's non-existent. This model fucked up. I said Mario, didn't I? This model fucked up real bad. Are you seeing that bro didn't even for the roast? Oh wait, yeah. Aww. Yeah, reaching out to people's hard. I took collab. My own not submitting. Really? That's good. I'm glad that's the case then. The thing is, I am very scared of collabing with people I don't know now. Like with how many bad collabs I've had that I've literally just completely privated on my channel, I feel it. Like I don't want to just let anybody onto my channel anymore. And I remember when I initially had any collabs, most of the time people would ask me. In this case, someone asked me. I think every big collab I've done ever since, like the one I do with Aura and in the Minecraft stuff, it's always Aura asks me to join. And every time I was her partner, she was the one who asked me to be her partner. I never asked. And I don't know if you remember, but the most recent one where we did the vacation thing, like the vacation resort thing, I didn't have a partner at the beginning of the street because I never asked for one. I was just gonna roam around myself. Because Aura was partnered with Spiny that time, and I was just like, okay, I'll just chill, and if anyone's left over, I guess I can partner with them. So that's kind of what happened. Yeah, I kind of just wait, I guess, until a partner comes to find me. And so, if you imagine, even in a big collab that's organized with a lot of people where I could just have a partner, I choose to not have one until someone finds me. That's just how I am. And I am so sorry to anyone who wishes that I reached out first, but I probably will never do that. What about the Pam collabs? Which one? Oh, you mean like the concert stuff? So she also reached out to me first. Like I think I would comment on her Twitter post about it because I'd be like, I kind of want to participate, but I get if you're already full and stuff. And we have met, you know, like we're friends. We've met in person. We've had food together multiple times. So she DMs me and goes like, "Here's the list of stuff that you could do with the concert. Let me know if you want to actually do it and stuff." It's kind of how it goes. I also get invited to Aura's one every single year. Yeah, it was. I get invited to things. This is the perks of having friends, guys. Friends who adopt introverts. Which is like, I don't know. I think it's weird because in the past I used to be such an extrovert. I would be the ones that went up to groups of friends and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, in person, all right? When it comes to like online, I don't have the same literacy, I think, because online presence is very different from in-person presence. I don't know what the etiquette is to like message people. Some people like the really funny kind of first message, you know? Some people really like that. Other people like the formal, like, "Hi, nice to meet you." You know? I don't really know where the line is drawn, especially with VTubers, right? Because some VTubers treat VTubing like a job. It's a very specific job that they have. It's the one the only job that they have, and they treat every message like it's an email because they're trying to get everything done, right? Like it's a formal thing. Other people are like, "Hey, you want to collab? When?" You know, like, "I'm gonna invite this person and that person. Cool? Yeah, okay, great." Sometimes it's that simple. Sometimes it's like date, time, when, where, Fugi or not. Are we gonna be okay with like 18 plus stuff or not? How long is it gonna be? You know, it depends on the person. So I get really confused whenever people ask me for things or message first. Like I just don't know what people want from me. You got no idea? I got no idea, man. I mean, sometimes formal stuff is like fast though. Like it's much faster than like going back and forth like, "Hey, are you free today? Are you free tomorrow? Are you free next week?" You know, instead of like you could just list everything out very quickly. I would prefer that. If I'm trying to organize something, I actually prefer the date, time, when, where, like list. Oh, I have an example I can show you actually. Hold up. This is hold on. I want to find. This is an inside scoop into how I have organized collabs in the past, or like have participated in collabs in the past. It's maybe an eye-opener to how VTubers are, because we need this amount of structure in our life when we don't have structure at all. But this is something that people have used before. And I will also use this for when I do my collabs with the gacha server and stuff. But I hope this gives you an idea of what we have to actually plan, you know? Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see what other marshmallows I can put in here that are not too bad. Where am I at? Number... Is this the third one? Fourth one? The fourth one. Alright. Where's the fifth one? Let me see. What's this one? Ah, right. This one I can actually talk a little bit about. Because I think some people still think this about me. I've gotten asked this a few times. You're so silly. You're so stupid. I think I see how you ended up joining Kawa. Multiple Pokemon collabs with Cozy, Valo with Sunny, Animal Crossing with all of Gen 1, then they all show up to your anniversary stream. Honorary Kawa girl. I remember getting DMs about this, man. That is actually not how it happened. I went through everything the official way. I auditioned, made the videos, sent in my application, and I didn't know that they were gonna have auditions when I was still hanging out with them. You know, like they never told me about it. I wanted to, this is not the most unhinged thing, but it is an accusation that I want to clear up, because I I have gotten messages before about this. So I have a feeling this really was from just another VTuber that got jealous or something. Because prior to joining Gen 2, I did hang out with a lot of them, but never because I wanted to join Kawa. At the time, I was still very happy being an indie. It was Cozy that convinced me to audition after auditions were released. So what happened here was I became friends with Cozy through Ray at the time. And then I remember asking Senny to teach me how to play Valo because I had no idea. I have no idea. And then I got invited to do Animal Crossing because one of them had to back out. And then they were just like, Mia's cute. Ask her. So they all showed up to my anniversary stream prior to all of this. I was friends with Cozy, yes, but actually no, I don't even think I was friends with Cozy yet. I think this is how I ended up being friends with Cozy, is that they all came to my anniversary stream because she found me. So, you know, I remember that, let me think. Auditions came out while I was doing a lot of collabs with Cozy. And I had to address it because I got DMs being like... They were just very rude. I'll put it that way. They were just very rude. I didn't want to address it, but I had to at some point because I got multiple DMs like in my Twitter inbox telling me like really shitty things. Let's just say really shitty things, which I ended up deleting, so I don't have anymore. And then Kawa reached out to me and we're just like, we don't condone any of the people doing that. Can you give us their names and stuff so that we can blacklist them from ever joining our agency? And I was like, don't worry about it. I don't think they actually will. Like, they're all V-tweeters. So, you know, I was like, you don't have to worry about it. But I just wanted to clear it up. I never asked Kawa to accept me. No talent ever got a say in whether like a talent was brought on, you know? Like, it's all very management based. The talents have no say for real. When an agency says, or at least when Kawa said that the talents have no say in whether they will join or not, it's for real. Like, it's not just something they say to get people to think that, you know, it's like, it's for real. Okay, I just wanted to talk about that, you know. I don't want this... I don't know if I want to talk about this one. Let's see. I feel like this could be a lot of people, so it's okay. Ah, Sassy! Thank you for the gifted. I appreciate you. Wait, didn't you already give me... You gave me money today already. Stop! Hiya! What the fuck? Sass is too OP. Sassy! Please! I know you're working very hard, and I appreciate you so much. I'm so scared now. I'll make sure the standee is alive and ready for you, I promise. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the aim. Generosity never ends. It never does. And I'm very grateful. I think the money pile is either going to get bigger or shrink. I don't know. I feel like it's going to get bigger. Because I know Sassy works real hard. Like, I hope you're getting the rest. I know he'll rest up. I know he can take care of himself. But I'm also just like, as a friend, please take care of yourself, bro. What do you mean it's wild? He said he wanted it. I'm being nice. The dream money room. Honestly, for him, I dream of like nice comfort, you know? There's this thing I realized though, is like it without work, I think I would be really broken. You know, I need like a purpose in life to feel useful and to keep going. So if I didn't work, even if I had a shit ton of money, I would still want to work somehow. Because I think I would just be real boring without money. Or, like, real boring without work, you know? Dream money room. Work is your social life? Kinda. I think so. His nice money chair. Okay, I have another one. I won't go over this one too much, but I just want to shit talk it. Here. Hey, Mia, just wanted to give you a small warning about someone. I know you recently befriended blah 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 blah, but I'd be careful about her. She's bidid a lot, and there's evidence of it too. Just bidid. You'll see it or DM me, and I'll tell you more if you want. Please be safe. Like, who are you to tell me who to be friends with? Like, I don't care what she's done or, like, what you think of her. I will talk to her and I will decide if I want to be friends with her. Who the fuck are you to tell me who to be friends with? You think I would believe you of, like, over actually talking to the person directly? You're crazy. Yeah, why do they think they know better? I don't care how many screenshots you have. I don't care what evidence you have to show me, to convince me. I just ask the person. I just wanted to, like, be angry about it. I know a lot of you are also angry about it, but I just wanted to be angry about it with you. Because I've mentioned in the past that I have received messages like this before. Or, like, I have been told by multiple people, like, be careful. Of what? Be careful of a girl who is probably across the ocean, who I will probably not meet in person, like, who is just cute on the internet. What am I to be careful of? What is she gonna do? Lie to me? Yeah, because that's gonna hurt my feelings, as if I haven't told a lie before. Okay. I don't know, this one was wild. I just wanted to be angry about it with you. So please be angry with me. Anything you want to say, just please do it. You're making the wrong... Mia got critical thinking? Of course I do. I just think it's wrong to tell someone not to be friends with someone because you know about things or have evidence of things that they have done. To me, evidence on the internet is never 100% the full story. If I want context about something of evidence that I see, I will ask the person, or I will ask someone who I know knows this person very well. Yeah, oh man. This was not the first nor the last of these kind of messages I have received, by the way. I am only going to show the one because it was short. I blocked out the words, but it was short. And I wanted to be angry about it because I never got the chance to be angry about it publicly. So I'm going to be angry about it now. I had to hold in my anger about this for a very long time. Why think for yourself when a random stranger on the internet can do it for you? Let it out. I am. I think I got at least like 10 of these kinds of messages, man. Like 10, at least 10. There was like, she did this, she did that. Make sure you don't talk to her anymore because of that. Or like, this is the list of things. Oh my god, someone actually gave me like a Google Drive link and sent pictures of stuff. And I was like, I don't need this. You know? Like, I really don't need this. You don't need to send me links. You don't need to send me pictures. I am good without that. Lethal dose of salt. Like, man, fuck you. I don't know. I just think this is crazy. The fact that this even happened in the first place. I'm going to be angry about it. I'm going to continue to be angry about it. I mean, I'm past it now. But, like, it's the fact that these are still in my marshmallows. I just think it's stupid. Like, if I was going to befriend someone, please trust my morals and values that I would not make friends with someone who I thought would be a shitty person. Or like, if they had to lie about something, it would be for a good reason. If they had to hide something, for a good reason. I have my secrets. I don't think that anyone would pry into them because that's rude, right? Like, I'm not gonna tell you my address. That's stupid. I am not going to tell you every single detail of my life because what's it to you to know? Like, the fact that people would dig so hard or dig so far is real dumb. And I just don't think that's right. I don't think that's okay. So I think that you can trust that I will be safe. I think you can trust the information that I share with myself online is well controlled to what I am comfortable with. So whoever I am friends with, don't worry. Don't think that I have to be safe from someone. Like, what the fuck? I mean, initially, if this was like when I was a super small VTuber who did not know anything about the internet, sure, I understand you asking me to be safe because I would not know cybersecurity very well. I was definitely not the best in keeping like all my passwords safe and stuff like that. I get it. You know, like then I would understand you asking me to be safe or like be careful of this person, you don't know what they've done. Like, sure, okay, I get it. But this is like 3 years into my career as a VTuber. What the fuck? And I think I know more about the internet than I ever wanted to know. So, leave me the fuck alone! Leave me and my friends alone! Don't you dare touch us! No! I will protect her with my heart and soul. No touchy. No. Okay, anyway. I just wanted to be angry about it. I can move on now. I got that off my chest. Oh, you guys want to see one that wasn't filtered by... I had the email one is next. Do you guys want to see that one? It's like... Oh, man, this one actually makes me angry. Maybe even more so than this one, actually. Because this came in an email. It's the email one. You guys ever seen a hate email before? Have you seen a hate email? It's actually kind of wild. I think this was kind of wild. Do you want to see one? Would you like to see a hate email? The fact that someone sent an email. Yeah, this was like a very long time ago. Damn, I think it was when I was in Kawa still. This was sent to my business email, which I think is very, very crazy. Let me see. Oh, Sassy gave you the membership, Krieg. Emails are such a boomer thing to do. I'm surprised that I even had one. Yeah, it's him. Not since your school days. Yeah, people send those, Marky. Would you like to see it? It's a question. Would you like to see it? I can just read it out. I am a little worried about the content of it. This is like... I wouldn't say this is political. It's more of like a mentality of how you think about something. I'll show it, but I won't go too deep on it. I'll just say what I think, I guess. But this is like one of the emails I've gotten. It's not like a hate email. I think it was like... It's just an unhinged one. I think this is more unhinged. It's not like an attack on me, alright? I just want you guys to know this is not an attack on me. At least I don't think it is. I think it's more just like a very weird way of self-validation. Let's put it that way, okay? Oh man, this is huge. Okay, I'll get rid of the bubble teas again. This is huge! Alright. I'm gonna read it out and you're gonna hear how wild this is, okay? Question regarding the educational stream today. Hello, Mieko. Thank you for the stream today. It's not often you see a VTuber who genuinely wants to educate their audience, especially on female anatomy. I appreciate the bluntness of it all. I had a question regarding a statement you said on stream. You make a clear distinction between male and female, also stating that only females born with a uterus can have periods. Do you believe trans women are women then? Are they valid to you? Or are you strictly stuck in the science of our chromosomes and how you define a woman? Based opinion if that's the case. Honestly, the only real women to me are those born one. Anyway, thank you for reading my message and I hope you see... I hope you see another educational stream from you sometime. What the fuck? From a new viewer. This was from. This came like a day after I did a stream about period cramps. If you go back into the history of my streams, you will see that I did a stream very long time ago in, I think it was 2024, 2023, 2023, about period cramps because I wanted to educate my viewers on why it hurts and what happens in the body when I am on my period and the cycle and shit. So that is why I did the stream, and it came a day after that. I remember this now because the date as well. I had to blank that out. Let's just start from the beginning. Yeah. I do make a clear distinction between male and female because when babies are born, there is only two. But there are exceptions. Intersex is a thing, right? There are exceptions. I don't think that it's such a strict black and white line. There is a gray area there. It may be a small amount, but there is a gray area that I think people need to realize are there. I do believe trans women are women. Woman is not just your sex that you're born as. Women are more than that. Oh my god. Can't believe I have to say that. They are valid to me, yes. I am not strictly stuck in the science of our chromosomes and how I define a woman. God. I hate that I have to say that in the first place. Like, what the fuck? It's hard to believe that I have received something like this. I feel like what defines a woman is not just if they have a uterus, you know? Like, yes, periods only happen to females who have a womb, who have a uterus. But there are females who are even born without them. That is a thing. I don't... Like, some females, when they reach the puberty age, realize that they never got their period and are like, what the fuck, why? And it's because they just didn't have one. You can be born without one even though you're female. Like, it's a thing. I don't... And, okay, like, I have friends who are trans. I have done a collab with a trans woman before. She is great. She is my onesa. I love her. Like, I don't... What the fuck, man? I guess anyone who's menopause is no longer a woman if they don't get periods. I guess so. I guess so. To this person, I guess so. Man, they expired as women. Women have an expiry date. Okay. Okay. Like, I agree in the biological side of things. Like, when I was doing the stream, I was talking very much from scientific biological perspective that yes, like, female and males are very different in their chromosomes, XY and not XY. You know? But like, I just my brain is not wrapping around why this would even be sent to me in the first place. Like, to the visiting and tell this person's been on the internet for too long, probably fighting the opposite side. Yeah. Like, why are you thinking so deep? I just... Like, females have uterus. Trans women are different. But they're still women. I can't... Brain is having a difficult time. So, I guess this is like a example of that VTubers will get very unhinged messages. It's not just hate messages, man. Like, I don't know what they want from me. Do they want me to say that I don't believe this? That like do they want me to say that I agree with the fact that they say that honestly the only real women to me are those born one? Like, is that what you want from me? Is that what you want? Because I can't give that to you. I will never give that to you because that's not what I think. On an email as if it's the first. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. They want drama. I think they did. Honestly, like, I never responded. never gave a response to this. I completely ignored it. I read it once and was just like, what the fuck? And then looked away. But it's kind of difficult to forget that I ever got something like this. I mean, I do think that born females with a uterus are the only ones who can ever have periods because it is required. Like, you literally need a uterus to shed the lining to have periods. Like, that is what gives... That's what gives the blood. That is what the cycle is. That's how it works. That's just... It's an undeniable fact that you know, like, uterus is in there. It's an organ. You can't really get rid of that unless through surgery or something. It's just an undeniable fact of science and the way that humans reproduce that is the case. But I mean, sadly, there is no way to just take a uterus and put it into someone and then they can have periods. Like, that sadly is not a thing. I think it's sad that trans women may never be able to have babies, but I hope they can have babies one day. Like, what do you want from me? Like, there's a very scientific baseline, yes, but I do think there's more to being a woman than science and biology. I think there's a mentality involved. There's a way of living involved. I don't think it's down to just the science of chromosomes. No. But okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that, I guess. Because I remember that after this, I got, like after that stream, this is one of the messages I got that tried to paint me in a very right-wing light, I guess. And a lot of people I saw were giving me messages, like, that were kind of concerning. They were just like, are you, like, transphobic or something? I was like, no! One of my friends is a trans person. I was like, what the fuck? And then they're like, because we heard that you said this and this. I was like, wait, that's like twisting my words real bad. So I just, I gotta clarify it. I just have to. Not everything has to be political, exactly. This is not not something that I think should be discussed deeply. Yeah. I know it can be uncomfortable. It can be a very delicate subject. But I think bottom line for me here is I do believe that trans women are women. And I think they are valid. And, you know, I am not stuck in the science of our chromosomes and how I define a woman. Jesus. I'm just gonna say yes or no answers. I hope that helps. Man, this made me like a little angry when I saw it, because I'm just like, what the fuck are you trying to say to me? Let's just say they're still waiting for an email reply. Like, bro, let me live my life. God. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to show you that this is something that people get, that I have gotten, and I hope I will never get again. Yo, imagine like after this stream they send me another email. I'll tell you if that ever happens. Mia says she likes bubble tea, so she hates coffee. That is pretty much the exact same thing to me. Kids are people chronically online in the room. Most people don't care as long as you're hurting it. Exactly! Just live your life, man! Like, I don't know why does it matter to you? Okay, anyway. Next! Oh, this one's so tiny. Which collab was this? Which collab was this? After your collab today, have you ever considered doing GFE content? I think it just would go well is all. Blushy face. Okay. I don't even know where to begin with this one too. Wait, what do you think makes me GFE content worthy? You're funny. I'm gonna have a cookie. I deserve a cookie. GFE means girlfriend experience, for those of you who do not know. Guys, have I ever done anything that's GFE worthy? Genuine question, have I? Have I ever said directly to you, you did well, my little pog champ? Have I ever given you that? I don't think I ever have, no. I have never given you the idea that I could be... Like, I would do GFE stuff, right? I think you'd make a good girlfriend or someone? Well, thank you. That's besides the point. Mia is cute, therefore she is my virtual girlfriend is the mentality. In what world? Yeah, you're right, Marky. That's my Asian mom. I do think I would be a good wife, to be fair. I do think I would be. I have said that. But it's all very, like, listed, you know? Like, I haven't physically done anything on stream. Oh my god, wait, Drag, you're kind of right. If anything, it's Chad that's trying to give me a BF. You're right! Oh my god. I tried to fight you, which is GFE? Ain't no way. It was that easy? Lonely men are desperate? Yeah. The girl that Asian mothers approve of. Thank you. Thank you. Have I ever told you the story about how I pretended to be someone's girlfriend? It was so funny. Friend, bro, teacher experience? Hey, yo. Call me sensei. Yeah, she said my name. I need to do. You give me sugar daddy experience? True. Thank you. I know what it's like to have a sugar daddy. Starts. Yeah, I'll tell you the story. Let me take a sip of this ramen. Hold up. I just finished my cookie. Had to purify my mouth after that. I have my moments. I have my moments. Wait, don't click it. My parents know my channel. My parents subscribe to me. Don't do this to me. Ain't no way. Not like this. Oh, damn. I stepped on my chips. Clip it outside the channel. No, don't clip it through the YouTube function, otherwise it shows up on the channel. It's so over. Oh god. Okay, wait, let me tell you the story, alright? Let me tell you the story. Oh man, where did I begin with this? So... I mean, it's fine if it's in Discord, it's just if it's in the... like, actual YouTube system. Chill out! Hiya! Quick spin it out. Okay, I need to tell you the story of when I faked being a girlfriend for someone. It was super funny. Oh wait, Tom, hi! Wait, welcome back! Welcome back, I guess. I mean, I assume things are going better now if you're here. Bye, Mikey. It was a good run, please. Okay, I need to explain my story. Okay, so university days. I remember his university days. One of my friends, his mom was constantly asking him to like find a girlfriend, go on a date, blah blah blah, right? Get married, you know, things like that. And he was like, I just need to get my mom off my back for like a while. Do you mind? Are you in the market to like date anybody? Like, are you looking for a boyfriend? And I said no. I was like, I do not want a boyfriend right now. I want to focus on school, but it's university time, you know? Like, I want to find a job and yada yada. So I was like, I don't want to be anyone's girlfriend for a while. And he was like, well, do you mind if you faked it for my parents? Just so that I can get them off my back. And I was like, we're not actually going to date, right? And he was like, no, I just need you to act as if you were my girlfriend for a couple of hours. And I was like, you gonna pay me? And he's like, I'll treat you to food. I was like, fine. If there's free food, I'm for it. So, he came from like a very traditional family, so I understood his concerns with them like constantly asking. They were the kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen in China, but they have like a sheet of paper that says all of their sons' like resume, his life, what he works in, his degrees, education, stuff like that, back in front. And these Asian moms would try and give their son's resume to other moms and be like, "Hey, let's set our daughter and son up, right?" It's just something that Asians do. And he was basically about to be pulled into that. So his mom was like constantly telling him like, "Hey, I found this great girl, you should talk to her." Stuff like that. And he didn't like it. So for food, because I was kind of broke at the time, I was like, I'll do it for food. So I remember like we took some pictures at like a coffee shop. Plus this guy was like my friend. I'd known him for a very long time before this. And so I was fine. Like we had pictures from months ago and like selfies we took together whenever we like went out with a group of friends and we sat together, stuff like that. Like we have pictures of that. So there's like evidence of us, I guess. Like there's a decent amount of evidence of us being together in some kind of group setting. And then we took some selfies over time, and then he was like, I'm gonna send this to my mom and tell her that I have a girlfriend. So eventually I went to his house, and he lived in like a very similar neighborhood to me, so I kind of understood how they did things, and like the culture was very similar. So I ended up having like a nice meal with his family. And they liked me a lot, so I'm literally the girl that Asian parents would love. That is me. That is me. And I don't know why that is me, but that is me. And you know, I mean, it worked out. Like we kept it going for maybe like 3 months or so. I mean, I didn't really have to do anything. I just like hung out with the guy as normal. We didn't get too close or anything like that. It was just a thing. They try to set you up for you to talk to rich girls through WeChat. Yeah! It's a thing! I'm so glad my parents aren't like that. I'm so glad. You don't understand. Like, one of my best friends that I've known since I was 12, she's been going through that for the past couple of months, and she told me that she was sitting in a coffee shop with some guy who did not know how to have a conversation. Like, she would start the conversation, he would talk about something entirely different, and then she would try to lead on it. Like, she would ask more questions about the thing he talked about. But he would change the subject. And she'd be like, what the fuck? And I do not want to go through that, ever. Just, that's like a waste of time. 2 to 3 hours in a coffee shop with someone that cannot have a conversation with. Like, nah. I don't care if he's rich. I don't care if he's hot. If I can't talk to the guy or stand to be in silence with him for more than 5 minutes, I'm out. No thank you. Maybe my age on the high school wife potential. I think I'm pretty wife potential. I don't think I'm girlfriend potential though. Like, you know what my dream is, guys? Oh god. Have I ever told you my dream of married life? I don't think this is like complete trad wife material, but like kinda close. Like, I want to be a VTuber for life. I want to work in the VTubing sphere for as long as possible. So, I don't care if it's like as a talent of an agency, as an indie, or as like a manager or something, or some marketing shit, or some translator shit. I don't care. I want to be in the VTubing sphere for as long as possible, right? And that means even after I get married, even after I have kids, I still want to be working, and I want to have VTubing stuff, you know, in my life forever. I want to be here for a very long time. So my dream, including that, obviously, is to have a husband, a house, and kids. right? So if the hubby can earn monies, and I can probably help fund the house too with my VTuber monies, and I can take care of kids because I love kids. I like babies. I don't care how much they cry. I like that, you know. I like taking care of babies. I always liked babies or like kids, and I think kids like me. So you know, so I've always liked that. But like one day, if the hubby can provide the moonies and you know take care of kid well, then I don't care if I'm the one that has to clean the house, that has to cook a lot, that has to do laundry. I don't fucking care. I'll do it. You know, I'll fucking do it. If I can be happy being my VTuber self forever, then like I'll trad wife you. As long as I get that and I get my baby, then I'm good. I don't think that I could be a GFE content creator though. There is like, I don't think people realize this. There's like a skill required to do GFE content well. You know? Like you can make money off it, yes. But there's like a certain level of skill required here. You know? Like, you have to manage over like hundreds of boys going after you, right? You have to manage that. How are you supposed to do that without them fighting each other? But also, how do you do that without doxing yourself super hard? I don't know how you're supposed to do that, cuz like GFE stuff is like you have to be kind of personal to some degree, right? But then you also have to realize that there's a bunch of other guys who want you and yet they won't fight each other. Like how do you balance that? I just feel like there's some kind of skill required or prerequisite that you have to know how to do to get this to work. Cuz I don't think I could do it. I can do wife experience? Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. Anyway, let me find another one. This one is number 8. What's this? Ah. This one's kind of cute. This one's just cute. I want to show it. Your new outfit is so... I don't know what the words are here, but I love it so much. As someone who goes to the skate park often, the knee pads and ponytail got me. No one ever mentions my knee pads. No one ever talks about my knee pads. I'll give you the ponytail though. Here. This one was cute. I wanted to include it. After all the other shit, I wanted to include this. Yeah. He liked them ponytails, I guess. Do you like the ponytail more than the hair down? I like my hair down more, but... I mean, if you like the ponytail... Is it considered lewd? Why? Why? It shouldn't be. I lost. Yeah, they lost. You like both? Pick one. That was a good detox. I needed that. Handlebar, but so can just normal hair. Just grab it. You can literally grab anywhere. It doesn't have to be it. You're more biased to the ponytail? Man, most of you like the ponytail. Why didn't you say so? I would have changed it earlier. But the knee pads are cute. You like my knee pads? I don't remember how to trigger them. What button was it to trigger my knee pads? I don't normally go full body, but how does one trigger knee pads? That's not it. 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 Oh wait, the wing! Ah, there we go. There's my knee pads. Hey, knee pads! I didn't design them, but I asked for them. I kind of designed them, actually. Now that I think about it, I kind of designed them. Yo, I got some nice hips. Oh yeah, that was a killer combo. My bias is ponytails. I find it so much easier to draw. Really? I find ponytails harder to draw. No egg! No! No egg! Man, I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. Can't believe it. You don't like my knee pads? Do you not like my knee pads? Why don't you like my knee pads, huh? Why don't you like them? You should like them. You should like my knee pads. They're pretty. They're like cute. Yeah. My perfectionist is telling me I'm not in the middle, but it's okay. What's another one I got? Ooh. Have you bought redacted toys recently? Wait, heard you accepted donos for them. Would love to fund one for you. Who sent this? Who sent this? Who? Who sent this? Expose yourself. Expose yourself. Because we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk about this. Okay? We need to have a discussion. Alright? How was it you? I don't think it's because you were drunk. What do you mean? It makes me happy, I guess. I had to redact it. Hey, how do you know it's not like stream gear, huh? How do you know it's not stream gear? Or like a new phone? Or like a handheld device? Like I don't know, like the Steam Deck, huh? How do you know it's not that? Huh? Where's your mind going, huh? Huh? Is this my Angie face? Where's Angie face? That's not Angie face. Which one's Angie face? No, that's not it. That's not it. How do I trigger Angie face on this model? That's... Wait, this still looks happy! Oh, there we go. Ha! Ha! I don't normally use my hotkeys things. Usually I use the not Steam Deck, the Stream Deck, but it's too far away. More Angie than Angie. What do you mean my shoulders? Well, what about them? You like my shoulders? It's just shoulders. They're shiny, I guess. Can't believe this. Who sent this for real? For real? Was it one of you? Was it one of you? I just need to know. I want to know. I want to know so bad. Because I want to know who's going to send the funds. Well, I guess if someone sends funds, then I'll know. If you fund one... If whoever funds it, it would have to be like... They'd have to give me money, right? They'd have to dono me. So then I'd be able to tell if they dono me. Right? Is that the right logic here? I mean, we almost bought out the entire store, so I don't know. First, I need to know who you heard this from, okay? Okay, wait, no, I can go in order. Have you bought redacted toys recently? Have I? No. I don't think so. I don't think so, no. Heard you accepted donos for them. Not necessarily, no. I don't. Maybe. It depends. I have to approve it. I have to approve it, okay? You don't just pick. I pick. There's a difference between just like... You give money to buy a certain thing versus I get to pick and then you fund it. Okay, there's a difference. There's a very big difference. You don't just throw money at me, alright? I gotta pick. Is that like what they call Spider-Man toys? Depends on the new buddy. I need to know who this was! I need to know! I am desperate to know! Because then I can tell you how much money to give me!
Homesters wasting their monies on me.
Adobo, it was you! It was you! You're the one that said this. You're the one that said this, Marshmallow! It was you! Thank you for the funds. Wait, 20 bucks? That's not enough. Most of them are like $100. I guess it's part of the funds. Wait, so you still set this marshmallow? Are you confessing? Was this you? I have asked for like the past 10 minutes. Is this you? No, but you want to fund it? Hey, yeah! You don't even know what I want you to fund! Can't believe this. You just sent me money without even knowing what it's for?
Homesters wasting their monies on me.
Wait, Jor. If we all fund the little piece, you'll never know. Shut the fuck up! I mean, thank you, but shut the fuck up! I wanna know who it was! I wanna know! As said, if it makes me happy. Kiana, was this you then? Wait, no. This seems like someone who found out later in time, so it couldn't have been you. It could maybe be Adobo.
Homesters wasting their
Fuse, what the
money.
fuck? Nah, it can't have been you. No. 10th Super on stream. When this model was time-wise? Yeah, me too. I'm kind of curious. I don't actually know.
Homesters
I'd have
wasting
to
their
look it up.
monies on me.
Contributing to that time. Oh my god. I swear, I'm gonna buy a Steam Deck. That's gonna be my new toy. I swear to fucking god. If we all fund it, a small part of all of us will be... Is this your GFE content? Is this your GFE content that you wanted all this time? What is this? Like a 5-song? I see what you're trying to do.
Homesters wasting their money.
Feather! Oh my god. No, you... Was it you, Feather? Did you find out? Did you? True, you do sign your marshmallows, Kiana. This wouldn't be you. This is someone who doesn't want to be found out. I need to know. I need to know. Is it... Maybe it's someone who became like a copium recently.
Money's on me.
Or I guess more recently. Contributing to the Steam Deck. Hiya! Thank you, Kayosu. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Steam Decks have rumble in them, yes! Man, who the fuck? Who the fuck became a copium fairly within the past, like, year? Who became a copium within the past year? I will fucking dig. I will dig into the... Well, Tom started it. Tom started this 2 years ago. I don't think it was him. I've already ruled that out. I've ruled that option out. Who else could it be? Kiana? Is it you? Wait, no, you signed yours. It's not you. We ruled you out too. Who was it?
Wasting their money's on me.
Oh man, thank you. Adding to the funds. I'll write this down. I'll make sure to write down who sent like supas today and calculate how much money I have for this. Rice is cooking. I'm cooking.
Homesters wasting their money's on me.
Fuck, man. You want to be... Do you want your thoughts to be included with this Steam Deck? I only think of Steam Deck because that's like the last piece of stream stuff or game stuff that I would ever need in my life. Like, I have mic, I have XLR stuff, I have enough games, I have 2 phones to stream, like the model and stuff. I have models, I have assets, I don't know anything else. Like, what could it possibly be? It's 85? Oh my god, we actually are getting close. I do not have... I have a Stream Deck. I'm talking about Steam Deck. Stream Deck is the buttons. A Steam Deck is the thing that Steam comes out with to play games on. The handheld thing. Yeah. I'm gonna take down your names and make sure that I remember you. I don't have a Switch too, but I have a Switch, so I don't need another one. Exactly, it does kind of go crazy. Okay, but... So I guess it was none of you. UK, was it you? Who was this? I need to know! Who the fuck became a Copium member within the past 2 years? That's the important bit. Who became one like within the past 2 years? Copium member. It has to be within the past 2 years. I don't think it would have been in the beginning though. It must have been like it died out and then came back. Did it ever come back? And I wonder if they're talking about like the ones that vibrate or the ones that don't. Because that makes a difference.
Their money's on me.
Jenna! If it makes me happy, I guess I count as well. You already did count, did you not? I thought you're already in this.
Money, 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 money,
Money, money. Anonymous! Oh, Jesus. Who's this anonymous? Funds for the thing.
Money, 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 money.
Thank you. I mean, I think I should be saying thank you. I feel like I should be saying thank you. Why are you sure it's Copium? I think it's Copium Plus. Anything Copium and above. Because this conversation only happened within the Copium members and up. And Afka... That's true. Okay, fine. I'll let you have that. Man, my emails are blowing up with... It's all the notifications for the Moonies.
Holmes is wasting their money.
Another one? Bruh. And Double Super Chatted 10 bucks. For me is happiness, so we can be part of it. You've already been a part of my happiness. Everyone here has been a part of my happiness. Well, I guess your quotation marks changes the context. Different thing. Just think bullying with money is funny. You can add to it if you find an expensive. Holy shit. Can't believe this. Okay, fine. I'll get me a new friend, but the answer still has not been given. Who the fuck sent this? Unless it could be any one of us. Joy. It's only been a few months. For you. Then we can also make up for YT taking the money? Oh, Jesus. My membership is at 31 months. That's still a year. I said within the past 2 years. I just want to know who said this so bad. Because he wanted to fund one for me. Like, he wanted to fund one. You guys are all putting in little funds, right? He just wanted to fund one whole thing. I just want to know who was willing to do that. Who was willing to throw, like, 150 bucks at me just for this? I want to know so bad. It's like, ugh. Probably sad. But that was like, he knew what happened years ago. Don't throw him under the bus. He's working hard to send me another $1,000. You can't throw him under the bus. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm innocent by not being innocent. Isn't that ironic? As compensation for the wait.
Money.
Have fun. Marky! I thought you were here. Thank you. I guess that's the funs, guys. Wait, he said have fun, not me, by the way. I mean, I didn't think it would be you, because you knew about everything. Oh my god. Wait, he funded everything though. That was 150. That was 150. Are you sure it wasn't you? You funded everything though. Then again, you don't talk like this. You always have like proper grammar and stuff. Maybe I don't think this is him. It has to be someone that talks like all lowercase. It has to be all lowercase. If it's not all lowercase, then it's not you. We got a Steam Deck. Oh man. Oh man. All lowercase, what a weirdo. Are you guys all gonna start typing with proper grammar now? I know it's not Zaro, because Zaro always types with proper grammar. I can't believe this. All lowercase is weird? No, it's not. Unboxing stream, that'd be a members only thing for real, for real. I would never do that on a public stream. This is so difficult. I just want to know who it was. I want to know who was willing to fund one. I'm so curious. Let me know. What's that? I guess to some people, proper grammar doesn't exist. I did not expect the stream to end up like this. No, I expected it to end in like laughter. I expected it to be like, hey, this fucking dipshit. You know, I expected it to be like that. Not like this. Did not think I'd get donoed a bunch today or have a bunch of supas today. No. It's not ending just yet. I have one more that I can show. Yeah, I have one more. This one... Oh, actually, I think I have two more that I could show. I didn't download it, though. They're not the most... I guess they're kind of funny to me, but maybe not to you. I don't know. Alright, there's one more. Hey, Mia. There's been something I've been wondering about since there hasn't been any clear boundary set here. Do you like when tenchis get kind of parasocial, calling you their friend, someone they want to date, self-inserting into your life? I know some people like it, and it seems like you did too, so just wanted to ask. In what world would I like parasocial? Okay, here, I will break this down from the beginning. Okay, so that the boundary is set, and I think a lot of you guys know that I'm already pretty clear about it. I guess the person who sent this is not very into the community as much as you guys are, but I'll clarify anyway, just because they want me to apparently. Do I like when tenchis get kind of parasocial? No, I don't think that's... No. Calling me their friend. Well, here's the thing. With the friend stuff, some people that I've met are actual friends to me. Like, viewers have spent a lot of time with me. Like, I've literally talked to most of you, or some of you, in Discord almost every single day. Like, I know your names. I know what you look like. I mean, I think that qualifies as some level of friendship. Because I don't think it's right to just completely ignore that. Like, I know you guys are viewers of me, and I see it as, like, you supporting me and stuff, right? But when I think about, like, the times that I am in Discord and you guys are talking, and I'm talking, and we're all just having a nice conversation, or we're hanging out, to me, it doesn't feel like I'm a streamer in that moment. I'm just a person, and everyone else there is also just a person, and we're all hanging out. In those cases, I feel like it's more of a friend thing than it is like a viewer to streamer thing. So I guess it's not like I completely abolished the idea that I couldn't, you know, be a friend to some of you. It's more like I think there has to be some kind of line drawn. Like, I wouldn't know some of you very well, so I would see you as viewers, right? I would see you as like my tenchis. So there's a line. There's a line drawn to some people, I think. Even being a friend is considered parasocial to some. I think if I had to think of like a genuine friendship, the kinds that I appreciate a lot, so like my friendship with Pandora, or Kenny, or Cozy, or Honey, or just like Isa and LB. Those are like my genuine friendships that I have formed with VTubers online, right? Or like with some of my mods, I talk to them quite frequently about things, and I do think that some of my mods are genuinely friends. And I think that some tenchis are also friends because I spend so much time with you. I talk to you every day. You know about my personal life sometimes. I know about yours. I think it's a very like normal thing to happen. I don't think I can completely say like none of you are my friends. I will never be friends with a viewer. I cannot say that because that's just not true. So I think it's like, you know, we can be friends. It just takes a very long time. Oh hi! Welcome, Kujo. Am I supposed to call you Archon or Kujo? Okay, now the second thing. Someone they want to date. I mean, I don't mind it. I actually feel very flattered at the fact that some of you want to date me. Because then it makes me feel like, oh damn, I'm a wanted person. But then I'm also like, I don't want a relationship with a Tenchi. I've made that very clear. I would never date a Tenchi. Like, that's just not in my cards here. Like, I don't think that would ever happen. I also just find that a lot of you are not Canadian. Like, none of you are in the country. I don't want a long distance relationship, man. I would hate that. I don't want to date someone who's across an ocean, across a border, across anywhere. I want someone that's here. You know, I want someone that's in the province, in the city, preferably someone that I can just drive across the street to. That would be nice. Because personally, I don't think I could be in a relationship that's like I would need someone that I could see regularly, right? If I had to fly, oh geez, I don't got the money for that. So, you know, I would want someone who is in the city that I'm in. Okay, and then so I guess my answer to that is you can say that you want to date me. I would be very flattered. I am very honored by that. You know, I actually feel very happy. I guess, you know, I feel very happy when someone says that I am date worthy. But bottom line is I would not date a Tenchi. The self-inserting into my life? Please don't do that. Like, I don't... You're not here. I don't know why you want to create the delusion that, you are next to me. I guess if it's, like, fan fiction stuff or, like, a joke kind of thing, then yeah, I think that's fine. It's just, like, genuinely thinking that you are next to me, like in person, right next to me, trying to offer things to me that you think you can do but cannot. Like, don't do that. The way that it happened is kind of scary. I remember it's happened once to one of my friends. Very sad, very awkward. It started with like the viewer saying like, "Hey, I can help you out with streaming stuff." You know, like it was like a very, I guess, soft way of entering their life, being like, "Hey, I work in this field in tech. I can help you with this." And then she like started talking to him about that, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm like friends with her now, and therefore I can message her whenever I want." So he would start messaging her about like just daily life stuff or asking about streams or like telling them to stream certain things. Like, I think you would have a very successful stream if you did this game or that game or you talked about this. You know, it's like eventually just controlling their life, and it was very, very bad. I think she ended up having to ban him, block him, all of that. It was, yeah, big yikes, right? This is what the self-insert thing is. It's just, you start off very simple, but it gets very deep and it gets very scary. It's kind of like, that's the parasocial thing, in a way. I mean, they knew of each other, right? Like, it's just super, like, this guy was just super into her. And she was not feeling it. So, yeah, like, she thought she was getting help. And then that was, like, the one and done thing. But he kept going, and it was just not, it was not it. So don't do that, please. If I need help with anything, I will always ask you. If I know one of you knew what I needed help with, like, remember the time I had car troubles? Like, I just messaged in the chat and some of you guys just told me like, "Yep, the battery died." It's normal, and you guys did the research for me and was like, "Yep, that battery is kind of fucked, so that's normal. Don't worry, it happens." You know, like, it. Whenever I have problems and I ask, I know you guys will always help me or support me and encourage me to do the right thing, stuff like that. That is like the kind of self-inserting that I would like. You know, that's the good thing. But then it's like, I will come to Canada and replace this battery for you. Don't do that. What the fuck? Yeah, like, just please don't take it too far. I think that's like a boundary that has to be set with everyone, honestly. Like, even as friends, like my best friend, if I say like, hey, I have a problem, it's not like she's gonna run over and be like, I'm here to fix it. You know, it's like, she'll be like, you good? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. Right? Like, it's just a normal ass common sense boundary to have. The balloon or car battery? I was talking about car battery. Okay, I have one more that I forgot to download. Give me a sec. Is it here? I kind of wanted to talk about this one because it was super short. I don't... This one's like 4 words, guys. Let me see. There, 4 words. Go back to healthcare. Never been hurt by 4 words so deeply in my life. Is that my mom? No. My mom doesn't type like this. My sister's sending me a model. No, she doesn't know how. It's in Japanese. I don't think she would have known. I mean, 4 words. I don't think the AI caught on to this being a shitty message, but yeah. How about that, Steve Dick? Dude, okay, I don't even know how to explain this to you. Being a VTuber, with all of your donos, all of the merch stuff, payouts, with all of your memberships, it has paid me a much higher annual salary than I would have started with if I was in healthcare. Like, if I still worked in healthcare, I would not be earning the amount that I would be earning right now. And it's real sad to think about. So, if... like, I'm gonna be super realistic with going back to healthcare, alright? Number 1, would not be earning a lot of money. Or any money, for that fact. I think it'd be stable. More stable than what I have right now, yes. But it would not be a lot of money. No. I would probably be starting at like 20k a year and then gradually getting to like closer to 90k in Canadian, by the way. So that's maybe like 80k in USD. Like, slowly getting up there, you know? Very slowly. I'd probably be earning, like, 80 to 90k by the time I was, I don't know, like, 40. Yeah? So, it would take a very long time, a lot of effort, and I don't think it would be worth it. Would you need to retake classes too? Yes, you have to get recertified. There's exams, there's... Oh god, so there's this thing, it's like a board that you have to be certified with, and it's like $100 or $200 to even be with them so that you can practice, and you have to renew that every year. And then there's also like active versus non-active to be part of this board and practice properly. Like, dude, I don't want to go through that. It takes $500 just to take the certification exam. Then you have to keep paying hundreds of dollars every year. I just don't think it's worth. How much you get that much for the 100 doesn't get the higher pay? Well, this is all just from me. Remember that everyone's cases are different. I earn about, well, initially it was like 10k a year, which is not a lot. Eventually, I think in 2022, it was 10k, and then 2023, it was third. No, wait, I'm messing it up. 2022 was 10k, yeah. 2021 was like the few hundred. But 2022, I think, was like... I think 2022 was 10k. And then the year after that with Kawa, I earned about 30k. Yeah, I think it was 30k. But remember, I had to pay Kawa a membership fee every month, which was a few hundred every month, and it was a lot out of my income in the end. And then last year, I'm still calculating for last year, but I think it was between 40 to 50k. A big portion of that was actually from the donathon. So, yeah. I think this last year was better. Especially because I got to keep all of the money. I didn't have to use it all. How much did you make as a translator? Not too much. And it's like a very... You have to get like the test and stuff done and exams and studying, and I don't know if I want to do that right now. I think I'm doing pretty good for myself at the moment, being a VTuber, just full-time, honestly. I do a lot better than I know most people do as a full-time VTuber, honestly. Like, it's very weird to say because I know my numbers don't translate into my income, right? So, a lot of the time, you would think income is just donos, supas, right? But I do get a decent portion from merchandise sales, from affiliate codes being used, like the Gamer Subs thing. I also have a Rift Runners code, and I have like the sponsors that I've done in the past. Like they do all count for something. Like they add up. And I don't do sponsored streams very often because I don't like them. I personally don't want to play a game that I don't actually like, right? I'd rather just like play games that like the perks about being a VTuber as well is that in my business mail I get what's it called? I get games from developers and they're like, here's a free Steam code, and I play the game on stream. I would do that. Rift Runner sponsor? Well, it's not a sponsor, it's an affiliate code. So I get a percentage. Let me see. Did you not know that I had the Rift Runners thing? Did you guys not know that? Hold up. Did you guys not know? Kinda sad if you didn't know. Ta-da! I can't believe you didn't know! Yeah, so Rift Runners were at Offkai. They had a booth thing there, and now they have like a store. A Mia card signed by Mia. Yeah! I'm glad that you have it. Yeah. Oh, also, I was given 20 Monarch cards of myself, so I might give away one or two of them because they're like in peak condition. If you want, I can give them away. Maybe I'll think about it. I want to make sure it's in like the protective case and everything. I need to buy some actually. Do you think I could get it graded? I don't know too much about grading cards, but I know like from Pokemon that it's like there's like the mint 10s and then like the 9 stuff. There's like a 9.5 too. And there's like multiple companies. I know there's C something and then P something. There's like a red one and then it's like it looks real bad on the top, but it's one of like the good ones. And then there's another one where it's like a big number on the right side. I don't remember what that one was called, but I know what they look like. I've seen them before. But I don't have my cards graded. Maybe I can get them graded. I just don't know who would grade it. I don't know how much it would sell for. I don't know how rare it is for some people. I just have 20 sitting in my house. Like, it's just here. Yeah, I get a decent income from being a VTuber. And yes, it's less stable than what I think being in healthcare would be, but it's more. In the end, the annual sum is more, so I will not complain. Man, can you imagine what would happen if I went back to healthcare? Like, really, what do you think would happen? Because I think I would cry. There's a part of me that thinks that having like a part-time thing in healthcare would be nice because it's more income just to hold myself together. But another part is just like, do I really want to sacrifice time from VTubing to work in healthcare? You know? Because I'm like, I'd rather work part-time in the VTubing sphere than in healthcare. Like, nothing... I feel like you'd have to pay me a lot of money just to work in healthcare again. That's the dream, man. You know what I hate the most, though? Like, if you think about it, if you just had money, like, you had millions and millions of dollars, and then, like, you put it... Even if you just put it in a really shitty savings account that you only get, like, 5% a year, that's, like, 5% of, like, I don't know, like, $10 million? That's still a lot of fucking money. You could live just by having money. You know? Like, you just have money. Rather buy stocks instead of putting it in savings? Yeah! I need to do that. I need to do that. Hard to imagine when the flare-ups that happened the past year. Yeah. It's happening right now. My flare-ups on my arms are okay. It's my legs that are super bad right now. And my period just came, so my skin is freaking out. And then the weather is getting warmer, and then colder, and then warmer, and then colder, and it's just not happening, bro. I just think, like, you gotta realize with me, being in healthcare was something I feel like I only did to make people happy, you know? Initially, when I went into healthcare, I think I already half-assed it from the beginning. Because when I decided to go into healthcare, I picked a degree that would put me in a space that is not in a hospital. Like, it would be very calm, not ER-type trauma places, no blood, no injections, no needles. It was, like, very much work with the person post-traumatic events and see them grow and improve over time. It was that kind of environment that I wanted to work in. And it's like a part of healthcare that's still very much like the long-term safe option, in my opinion. Instead of like having to see all the traumatic stuff happen, you'd have to have like the strongest mental capabilities to do that, and I could never do that. So when I decided to go into that path in university, I was already like studying theory and memorizing facts all the time, and I didn't want to ever put it into practice. I was very good at just theory and knowledge, but not application of that knowledge. So whenever I found jobs within the university to do like research or clinical stuff, I would always do like just the research bit, you know, like conducting tests or like gathering data, writing reports. I was super good at that. I remember like participating in journal articles that almost got published. One of the students I worked with was about to publish it and stuff. My name was gonna be on it. Like, it was like the official journal articles that people have to cite and stuff. Like, that's what I did. I didn't really like to work with people. I guess, like, actually, I guess working with a person to improve their quality of life was very scary to me, even though that's kind of what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to heal people, right? And so I feel like the work that I did never actually impacted anybody. I was always told, like, hey, if you do this research study or if you participate in this, like, so many people who read it or all the other professors and researchers who read this will, like, you'll broaden the scope of research for people. And I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to do that. Or, like, if I worked in this clinic, I would see these patients on a regular basis, and me helping them over time, you would see them recover, and eventually they won't have to come back ever again. And I was like, oh, that's nice. So I did that. You know, like, I worked in healthcare. I did the patient care stuff. I did the research stuff. I did clinical stuff. I did data stuff. And it felt like no matter what I did, nothing ever helped anybody. Like, the patients I saw, some of them would come only like once a month, and some of them would just completely stop getting treatment because they didn't think it was working, or like they didn't want to pay for it anymore because it's expensive and it wasn't covered under insurance. Like, there were so many factors that just made me feel like whatever I did was not working or not helping anybody realistically. And I felt like I was not doing what I wanted to do. So once I started VTubing and I actually talked to people, and I noticed that me being here, even if it was just like playing games or like yapping or like something very simple, just simple shit. Even if I could just sit here and you listen to my voice all day while you work at an office, or you listen to me after a long day at work, like, I found that that was more effective in genuinely helping someone's mental well-being than sitting in an office and waiting for patients to come. You know? Like, it felt fulfilling instead of whatever the fuck I did in healthcare at the time. So even if I went back, like, I don't know what I would do that would make me feel like I was making an impact more than what I'm doing now. Realistically, you know? Like, I've literally done charity streams. I've participated in a charity thing. I hosted my own event for awareness stuff, which like hundreds of you guys came to. I just feel like it's more more impactful. Yeah. It's all free. It could be all free for you. Some people don't. Some people don't think it's free. I know I do spend a lot of effort on my members, but literally because you pay me, I feel like I have to. You know, you can't just give me money and I don't give you anything out of it. That's wrong. That's just so wrong. I don't know. I can stream to you for free like now. You don't have to pay me money for me to be here. I'll still be happy. I mean, obviously, I would like to get money from it so I survive. Otherwise, I actually will have to find a real job outside of this house. But you know, this is like one of the hard parts about streaming is I love doing it because it's fun, but also how am I supposed to survive, right? Like, I need actual cash to pay for bills. I need like money, right? I need actual money. You can gift me as many gifts as you want. You can get me all the bubble tea you want. You can get me all the stream gear I could ever want. All the Steam decks I could ever want, right? Like, those are all nice. Those are all things that I would love to have, but nothing is gonna beat. Can you pay for my water bill and my phone bill and my internet and my electricity? Can you give me like clean water? You know, like nothing's gonna beat that. So, like, I need some kind of income to pay for those things. Besides just besides gifts, right? I need the direct results. I need that. Yeah, money means I will be here. I will have like a number to show on my tax forms. This is how much money I got. This is that's what I need to survive. And I think that's what a lot of people need to survive. You need cash. You need money in your savings to be able to pay for shit. We're gonna call it Steam Decks forever, guys. I'm never calling it anything else. I'm gonna call it Steam Deck. My happiness and love. I think money I don't think money equates to happiness. I think money equates to stability and comfort. I think happiness is something like more of an experience and feeling than it is a tangible thing. I will never see happiness as a tangible object. Like, you know how I don't know, when you throw things out, does it spark joy? Yeah, like that, to me that's not the same thing. And to become a GM. Oh wow. That's what I satisfaction lies. Yeah. I get you. Like me, I was fucking straight A student, got honor roll shit, had scholarships. Look at me now. Money means I'm not sad and broke. Yeah, I think money prevents the sadness and depression and brokenness, but I don't think you'll make me happy, you know? I don't think money equates to happiness like that. Go pay your bills! I can hear the New Jersey accent. Thank you. VTubers is so difficult. You know what? VTubers need an experience, I think. Personally, I find this to be very true. If VTubers did not live a life before becoming one, you've got no stories to tell. You have no relatability. You have nothing to talk about with your viewers besides, I am a cute girl on the internet. You don't have anything. You need something. Like, I can tell you all about my high school life, my uni life, the jobs I've worked, the shitty people I've met, how weird my family can be sometimes, like how shitty the pay was. I can tell you about how COVID fucked me up in my education, right? If you have none of that, like if you don't talk about any of that, like you don't tell any stories, what do you have to give? What stories do you tell? I don't get it. Money buys stability, which you'll need to find the happiness. I think you can be happy without money in an ideal world. But I think money is just necessary. Money has been made to be necessary. Many streamers who work retail before becoming a streamer, they were truly in the heart of the workforce. I actually never worked, like... I guess I never worked the jobs that most people have worked because I was super sheltered. Like, the jobs that I've worked are very... I've never worked retail, for example. Never worked in a fast food place. Was never allowed to. My parents told me I was not allowed to find a job that wasn't healthcare related. Now, imagine trying to apply for jobs with no job experience. It's very bad. It's very difficult. I had to get hired based off my educational merits alone. And that means I would join clubs, I would participate in charities, and I would do whatever I could within my program and work with my professors to do research on stuff. I got hired based off educational merits alone. I did not get hired based off previous work experience because I had none. And I think I was very grateful for that because my boss gave me a chance, you know? But I still think I turned out fine. I think I turned out great. It's very rare, I think, that happens. I've met a lot of VTubers who, around my age, ended up, like, they did work jobs and they knew what it was like to have that experience before becoming a VTuber. I'm kind of sad that I didn't, and I never will. My parents, though, like, they started my university funds and tuition savings when I was born. I was bored and it was determined I would already go to university. So they had all the funds ready. 5 years old. That's crazy. I was like, I can't wait society to turn to barter and trading instead of rely on paper and metal coins. Oh, I wish, man. I wish. They were below them. Yeah, I don't know why people do that because we need those people. Like, we need retail workers. We need construction workers. I remember, like, I think it was when I lived in Hong Kong. My grandma would always say hi to the guy who took our trash for us. Because my grandmother can't walk up and down the stairs very well. So she had a trash guy. And he would come by and take the trash from the door. And she would always, like, say hi to him and give him cash. And I was like, why are you doing that? And she was like, he's an essential worker. We need him to take our trash. Otherwise, we're just going to be living in trash. And that made me, like from a very young age, that already made me appreciate essential workers. You know? Even though I know I grew up around, like, pretty decent upbringing, I would think. And with a lot of, like, not a lot of money, but comfortable money, you know? Like, I was sheltered enough. But it, like, I think my grandparents and my parents did a really good job of making me see, like, never seeing any job as lesser than another, you know? Yeah, it's real cute. My grandmother's an angel. She is. I love her a lot. Yeah, I love her a lot. It's like I wish that the world wasn't like that. I know healthcare is seen sometimes as the, I guess, higher end of work, but there is so many things in healthcare that do not get paid properly. Like nurses don't get paid right, doctors don't even get paid right. Like I just so many people don't get paid right in healthcare. It's not worth. I know it's necessary, like we need them, but it's so different. It's different than reality. Like what people think of working in healthcare is so different from what reality is. Like you'll hear Chinese parents, Asian parents, stereotypical parents be like, "You become doctor, businesswoman, engineer." You get the. It's like you only have a few or lawyer. Oh god, lawyer was a big one. Actually, working as a lawyer is tough as fuck. Think about all the law shit you have to do, or like debating and stuff. Man, I was. Oh, sheesh. But they're trying to help them like, yeah. Yeah. It's tough out here, man. That's why I'm very grateful for the fact that my parents have accepted the fact that I will be a VTuber forevermore. You know? Like I got decent money. They don't know what I do, but I got decent money. It's coming in every year. And I'm paying my bills. I'm saving money. I got money for investment maybe one day. Like I just now that I'm where I'm at, I think it's accepted now. I think given a few more years, hopefully I'll grow even more, but you wanted to be in politics? I never want to be in politics. I hate debating. I hate talking about it. It's so tough. Brain would explode, literally. I am very good at memorizing. I'm very good at theory and like writing shit down, Like I can do all of that. I have 5 languages in my brain. Memorization is not a problem. It's the fact that you have to apply it that's the problem. At least for me. But yeah, I would never want to go back to healthcare. It's not a thing for me. I'm sorry whoever wanted me to go, but I'm not going. I'm not going. Oh, this should be on top there. I'm not going back to healthcare. You can't make me. Never. You just applies to everything. Yeah. Yeah. I think like for me, I don't need big money. I need decent money. I just want to live comfortably. I want to have a house. I want to be able to provide for my future child. I want to be able to make sure they go to a nice school or they get to do all the extracurriculars that they ever want. They get all the clothes that they want. I want to make sure they have toys, or if I'm gonna raise a little gamer kid, make sure they have like a child locked PC. I just want to make sure that they live well, I don't need like a 10,000 square foot house with acres of land and maids and like 5 cars. I don't need that. I just need 1 car, which I have already. I'm glad to just use my car until it breaks down, right? Like I have a car. I have my savings. Maybe I want like a small yard so that the kid can run around, and if I have a dog, then they can run around too. Or like I want to live in maybe like a 2,500 square foot house so that I have room for stuff, they have room for stuff, and there's a kitchen that I can cook in with working appliances. I don't care if they're like the most new thing or not. I just need something that works. I'd like to have a workroom with my PC in it so I can stream and record in peace. I'd like a bed. I'd like my clothes to not have holes in them, and I'd like to go out once in a while for nice foods at restaurants. A treat every once in a while. I don't know, man. Like, is this not the most average life? That anime about living a slow life after the dude leaves the hero party or something? I want the slow life. I want the nice slow life. I don't care if I'm not in the city. I don't need to live in the city where everything happens and there's clubs and bars. I need a nice house with working appliances and electricity and the internet. That is not just every genre now, no. It was very cute. It is very cute. But I want the slow life. I want the slow life. You know? I want future hubby to be nice and give me kid. Yeah, I want that. I want peace and quiet. I want to make my hee hee haha content. I want to have a healthy, happy kid who doesn't get bullied. You know, I want love. I want my tenchis to be there when I'm going through it. You know, I don't know, man. Is that not what most of the world wants? I would have thought so. Define accepted, no bully. No bully! Which is surprising because I've talked to my cousins and they said that, I mean, they're 13 to 17. I don't think that, after talking to them all, they've all said they don't get bullied. No such thing as bullying in school, which is crazy. Apparently, bullying is uncool now. I'm sure he'll be happy to give you as many kids as you want. 2 max! 2 maximum. If the first one doesn't even go well, 1. Future child's gonna learn science from Genshining elemental reactions. Just watch. I'ma teach them rock, paper, scissors, Pokemon style. Dude, have you seen? Oh god. Okay, this is something I want to do with my future baby. Is like go to like, I don't know, some kind of like Walmart or Toys R Us, and line up starter Pokemon like Charmander, Squirtle. You know, I wanna line them up. Bulbasaur. I wanna line them up, and make my baby pick their first starter Pokemon. That is a moment I need to record. I want that documented. I want them to do that. You're good, me give you some. Oh, and you know what else? I want them to do that with Genshin too. I'm just gonna line up all the visions. You know, I'm gonna line up all the visions, and then I want to see which one they'll pick. If they pick Geo, I might be a little disappointed. Just a little bit. I'll be happy if they pick either Hydro or Dendro. Animo's pretty good too. But maybe Electro. Electro's kind of meh for me. But Hydro for sure and Dendro. If they pick either of those two, I'd be super happy. Animo too would be okay. Geo is a no. I'm trying to think what else. Pyro is like okay. Your son picked Charmander? Oh my god. I want my baby to pick Squirtle. Because I like Squirtle. Maybe at the time I'll have to pick different starter Pokemons. Maybe I'll pick like, I don't know, Sprigatito. I don't like John Lee, no. Brent is cool to buy a kid and then fangirling. I need to line up like something for Woowa too. Was it Oshawott? I think my first Pokemon plushie was Togepi. Togepi, yeah. It was a Togepi. I want to make a Happiny crochet plushie. Or maybe the Tinkaton. I think Pokemon will never die. Like, they're just gonna keep coming out with more Pokemon. I don't think that it's ever gonna die. Will you both call him Geodaddy? He's, to her, if it's a daughter, she would probably call Zhongli Geo Poppy? Geo Granddad? Little too old for her, you know? You know, there's this funny thing that I think my cousin does. So everyone in my family, in my generation, we all call our dad, right? But because 2 of my cousins, they learned Spanish growing up. Like, for them, in their head, it goes English, Spanish, then Cantonese. Not English, Cantonese, then Spanish. Like, in their head, it's English and Spanish first. So they call their dad Papa. only those two cousins will call their dad that. Like, when they talk to their friends, they will say, instead of saying my dad did this, they'll say my papa did this. They say Papa. Well, I'm Cantonese. Like, I speak Cantonese, so I call my dad Daddy. It's like D-E-D-I. I call him Daddy. Oh, but if I'm like calling out to him, I'll be like, Daddy, yeah! I hope he doesn't come into the room. Yeah, or like, with my mom, I don't call her mom. I used to call her mom a lot more, but I speak more Cantonese with them now. Like, growing up, I would say mum or mom. But now, because of Cantonese, I call her Mommy, yeah! Or when I'm like annoyed at her, I'll be like, Ama! You'll become Geo Daddy at some point. I think we would read BL together. Mom, very if you hey, you know what? It is what it is. I still type mom instead of mom sometimes. Yeah, it's a ma. You have or like a pa. That's dad. Papa. Mom will never sound right to me. Why? How about like mommy? Do you think mummy or mommy? When you think of the mommy type in games, do you think mummy or mommy? Is there a differentiation? What time is it? Oh, it's late. It's late. Yeah, that's why I can never get into the mommy types, because in my head they're about the same thing. That's fine as mommy? Okay. Okay. Ah. Gotta sit properly. Well, that was a stream. How you guys feeling? Was that enough unhinged savageness to go through? You think so? Do you think that was enough? Man, some of these were like super unhinged. I just like, what the fuck? Therapeutic? Yeah, it was pretty therapeutic for me. There were some things that like I wish I could have addressed sooner. And I know it's past now, but like I wished I could have said so sooner. Wish I could have talked about it sooner. But it is what it is. I'm glad I got to say it at some point though. Like I finally got it out of my system now. And I can move on. Can move on in life. Yeah, better late than never. Don't know if I'd like to see a part 2. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I want to do a part 2. Less angry than I thought. I'm still mad at that particular one, you know what I mean? Yeah. You can be mad about like a couple more of those. The thing is, for that particular one, Kiana, a lot of misinformation was spread, and I was told many different things. I was told like, don't believe this, don't believe that, and yet they were contradicting each other. No one in my marshmallows about that particular thing was ever consistent. So that made me super angry because I could tell they were just trying to tell me, don't interact with her, don't do it. That was like the bottom line, just don't do it because of so-and-so reason. And everyone in the marshmallows who said that was like, they just came out with multiple reasons of why I shouldn't. And they were all different, just bottom line, don't talk to her. And I thought that was really stupid. Like, I mean, to be fair, a part of me was just like, I don't know who she is yet, really. Like, I only know a little bit about her. I don't know how much of this is true and how much of it isn't. So after talking to her, I found out and was like, wow, all these people were just bullshitting me. You know? Like, I think because with the amount of warnings I got, then yeah, of course I'd be concerned, right? Like, why are so many people telling me not to talk to this girl? Or why are they telling me to be cautious about what I tell her? Right? Like, I just was concerned on that regard. So after talking to her directly and finding out what was legit and what wasn't, or like what context was this, like why did this happen in the first place, like I just directly sent her like, hey, this, I got this message, can you explain a little bit please? And she was like, first of all, I'm sorry you ever got that, you don't deserve to have to read this. And she would explain, like, it was just so straightforward. I don't really know why everyone was so like secretive, I guess, you know? It's like they really wanted to go through the back doors to tell me, like, this is why you shouldn't talk to her. Instead of just directly telling me, hey, she did this thing. Do not interact with it. You know, they were all very, like, sly about it. And that made me super cautious about them, whoever was sending me these things. And I think they tried super hard not to dox themselves. But because it's a shared Google thing, I kind of knew who sent it to me. It wasn't hard to figure out. Yeah, I don't think they knew exactly what they were talking about. No fact checking, bro. Fact check before you start dissing people. Otherwise, you just look stupid. Like, if you're gonna shit talk someone, know your facts first, please. And I know I left this out, but it was after the announcement about her leaving. I got a lot more. I've talked about this on a membership stream, but I did get a lot more marshmallows, which some of you guys already know about, like the whole trauma dumping, I guess, of like, bye, take care, make sure you take care of her well, and I guess I hope the best for you too, you know? It was always like, take care of her, make sure she's happy, love her for me, and I guess good luck to you too, bro. Like, this is like a lot of. I got more than 3 of these kinds of messages of that. Plus, someone just was like, straight up, here, I'm gonna send this to you. Could you send this to her? I don't know how I'm ever gonna find her again. I don't know how I'm gonna live now. But send this to her so I can live in peace. And I guess good luck to you too. At the very end. Like, I was just like the middle ground, I guess, for people to send things to her because she blocked everything off for good reason. And I was like, I mean, I can send it, but I'm gonna see what you want me to send to her first before I send it. You know? Like, I'm not just gonna send it to her and it's some shitty mail about trauma dumping and stuff onto her. I would not do that to her, so I obviously looked at it first. I just think that I don't think I'll ever allow that again. I can't let that happen again. And it's like, I think I've talked about this before. Just being someone's second choice is not the problem. It's how you go about it. It's like strictly telling me that I am being used for you to get to another person. You know, like, hey, I'm in your server so that I can talk to this other VTuber who's also in your server. Like, bro, just, why are you here? Right? Like, that's what bothered me the most. And the fact that there would be people who, I mean, I can talk about this now, I think. Just, like, you get my membership so you can bypass things to talk to her, or you cancel your membership the second she leaves. For my channel, obviously. I'm talking about my channel here. Like, you literally paid me to talk to someone because you knew that you could if you did. And then canceled it because she wasn't around anymore. Obviously, you weren't gonna be here for me, right? That's kind of what really pisses me off, is that I was very clearly being used. And I will not let that ever happen again. This is also why I'm very careful now, I guess, with who I openly show who I'm friends with. So, like, I will always openly say that I'm friends with Kani, or Pandora, and Cozy, right? Like, there are people out there in the world who I am very comfortable saying that because I've talked to them so much, right? And I know that they would never use me and I would never use them like that. But there will always be friends who, like, I don't know if I should say if I'm friends with them or not. Like, do I want to be associated with them on stream? And they totally understand that I would not want to be. Like, I wouldn't want to get caught up in whatever they're going through, because sometimes their communities are not within their control. Sometimes, you know, it's tough to control. So they understand that if I never want to collab with them but still be friends off stream, like, it's a thing, right? I have many friends off stream that I don't talk about, or I will generalize to a friend told me this or a friend told me that, right? I would never out them like that because it's for both of our safety. It's something that I think I have to be very careful of. I understand that. Yeah. No, cannot. It was a learning experience. It's okay. Yeah, you did a good job of that, Dumbo. But that's the thing. Like, I hope it never happens again. I don't want it to happen again. Like, I think we've definitely moved on from that now, and I don't want to bring it up. Like, this was the only stream I could bring it up because it's part of the medals. So I think we're like gone by that now, right? And there's many other things that we could talk about instead. And it's more happy now. I will never get over the email though. That email was so fucking wrong. I never thought that one stream would turn out like that, I guess. Like, if they just thought about the company I was in, what they stood for, literally who the CEO of Kawa was, just think about that a little bit before you say that about me. Like, just think about that. Like, oh man. It's an old relic now. I wonder if they'll come after me. You know? Like, I have one of my friends is literally a trans person. My boss is a trans person, or was. My previous boss was a trans person. Like, oh jeez. I don't think I'll ever forget that one. And I'm trying to think of any more that I would never forget. Ooh. The voice one. I think the voice one comes up a lot. You know? Like, I got one on... I deleted some from the reaction videos that I've posted. I still need to post one more, actually. But I got some from there. Just the stuff about my voice. I don't think my voice is stereotypically VTuber-y. I don't think I have the same voice that a lot of people try to have on stream, like the higher pitched anime voice acty voice, or like the cool mommy voice. I don't fit into either of those categories. I'm like in a weird in between, I guess. You know, like I'm small, but my head and my heart is pretty big. Yeah. I just I don't think I'll ever forget being called a minor when I'm definitely not. Voice of consent is dumb. Oh my god, yeah. The size of boob. That, I just... Okay. How did I get the voice? I don't have to. Yeah, I think it's a very, online space Twitter mentality thing, you know? No one would ever say that to me in real life unless it was a mistake. You know, like a genuine mistake. And it has happened. Like, I've walked into a restaurant and was like... With my friends, remember? And they were like... A table for two and I'll get the kid a thing. And I was like... Excuse me? And then she apologized and she turned red in the face. Means I'm original? Oh! Thank you. You have peak voice? Thank you. I think I have peak voice sometimes, not all the time. It's a very occasional thing. My voice goes up and down. It's never just one voice. I think my voice is... It fluctuates too much that no one really knows what it is. It's just kind of like... You know it's me. You'll just know it's me. Yeah. I'm glad that none of the medals that was said today was like... No one said that they agreed with it. I'm glad no one said they agreed with it. That made me happy. I'm glad. I'm actually very glad. I like me right now. I like it a lot. I know it took a long time to get here. You know, it took a very long time to get here, but I'm glad. We've been through a lot, boys. Since 2021, it's been a long fucking ride. Like, I started off so simple, and then I got boobs, and then my boobs disappeared, and then shit hit the fan. But then also I grew a bunch because of Genshin. And then I think agency life happened, and then indie life happened again, but also a lot more shit happened as an indie afterwards. I lost friends, I gained friends, and then I lost some friends, then I gained friends again. It's just life, I guess. Steam tickets. Stop! Alright, copiums. Time to do some research. I'm gonna have to go online and find something to buy now. First, I will buy the flight tickets. Oh, I need to extend my hotel stay first. Yeah. I need to increase hotel stay time. Ooh, woo. I think it's like... I don't think it's okay to lose friends. It's still sad, you know? But it's like, I know which ones are genuine now. Or like, I know which ones are more co-worky like, or which ones are like for real for real. I just think it's easier to tell now. Yeah. We need guidelines first, ma'am. I want one with a rumble feature. Thank you, me. Thank you. I just think that friends in the VTubing sphere can be very variable. Some of them don't last very long, some of them last a very long time. Yeah. I also just like spending time with my tenchis. I like spending time with tenchis more than VTuber friends sometimes. It's just a different vibe, you know? Yeah. I get external validation from men. Like, that's a feeling that you will never be able to replace in the real world. Like, where am I gonna find, like, 20 guys to tell me that I'm beautiful every day, you know? That's not something you can find in real life. It's true, though! It's just true! It's nice! It's just nice to have, okay? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Ew, dating apps. Gross. I don't think I take very good pictures of myself. On a stage somewhere. Oh, man. Been a long time since I performed on stage. Last time was... 2018. Love in deep space? Oh, no. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, I don't stream tomorrow. Oh, I have the weekend off. I have the weekend off. Oh my god. That's crazy. I have the weekend off. Oh me, oh my. What am I gonna do tomorrow? I did do like 5 streams in a row. Yeah, I actually get to rest. Holy shit. I know on Sunday I have plans. Saturday, I'm not 100% sure what the plans were. I know there was a plan. I just don't know what the plan was. Yeah, I don't really know what the plan was. I might have to message people for that one. I don't actually know. What you guys doing on the weekend? I mean, I'm not gonna be around for the weekend, so what you guys doing for the weekend? You guys got plans? You guys got plans? Yeah, you're done. Maybe I can, if, like, okay, so I was told tomorrow I do have plans, but the issue is I don't know when they are. I don't know if they're night plans, if they're afternoon plans, if they like morning lunch plans. I don't know. So I need to message some people about that. If I don't have an answer, then I guess I'll just spend time in Discord. I mean, I don't really have anything else to do. Otherwise, maybe I can clean, maybe I can crochet. Oh, I have to send you guys a picture soon of my bag that I just made. And then on Sunday, Sunday's the friend day. We're supposed to be doing stuff with friends. Yeah, I have friends stuff to do on Sunday. So I probably won't be around all Sunday, but I might be around tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. Cleaning? Ah. Ew. I remember when my family was trying to sell our previous house, I would have to take the dogs out of the house and like clean up everything because my family would be at work, but because I work from home, I would be the one that has to clean everything and take the dogs out. Like, ugh. Just big ugh. I didn't like it. Ugh. Hey, let's see. I have someone to raid. Good. Wait, that's cute. I haven't been to a con since Offguy. I wanna go. I wanna go. Soon. I'm waiting for Anime North to happen. I was told it's better now compared to the initial years, but I have no faith, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm gonna go now though. I will raid into Kanayanagi? Yeah, I'm gonna raid into her stream. Keep playing Power Wash Simulator, which I haven't played in fucking forever, and I really want to play it. I've been wanting to play it for a very long time. I just haven't had the time. Make sure you do the Mia raid thing so it doesn't look fucking sad when I raid into her, please. please do it so it doesn't look fucking sad. I don't want it to look empty. Good first impressions and all that, you know? You gotta give me good first impressions. Okay, I will go now. And I probably won't be in Discord because I really want to take a shower. I feel gross. Like I want to wash off the disgusting messages that were sent to me. So I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna go shower. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not, then on Monday. Yeah. Oh, bye, Cassie. Bye, Ruby. Bye, everyone who came today. Thank you for all the supas and the funds and the donos and stuff. That was a lot of money thrown at me today, which is kind of wild. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for being here and going through all the messages with me. I know it was a lot. I know a lot of feelings were there, but thank you. Thank you. I'll see you soon, okay? Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.